Hey, everybody, you're listening to the Total Basis Podcast. I am your host, Felipe, and with me is my co host for the evening, Robert Edmondson. Robert, how are you today?
I'm good. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Well, the last episode took about 3 hours to finish. I don't know if I have another 3 hours in me, but we got to give the people what they
I
want.
don't.
They So let's right off the bat. I guess let me. I guess I should introduce you no matter what because what's the point here? But Robert Edmondson, he is an Astros fan from Texas, and
Yep.
he's on the Total Basis Podcast League. We're doing the draft recap for the 2026 Total Basis Podcast Fantasy Baseball League, and really quick synopsis. It's at the 30 rounds. Redraft. The only keepers are going to be minor league keepers. So some of the best minor league ball players who still qualify, meaning that they still have under 50 innings pitch, under 130 at bats. Basically, they still have rookie status coming into this season. So what would you say, the top maybe 60, top 50, top 45, whatever the case, because not everybody have minor league players on their teams.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, those are already taken. Guys like Connor Griffin. Shout out a minor leaguer if you know them. Noah Schultz, Thomas White. Uh,
You know
you,
what? Once I set my minor leaguers and I left it alone, I didn't go back and look at them again.
yeah. Just out of curiosity, I'm actually gonna upload your team. Yeah, let's bring this sucker over here. There's Robert's team in all its glory since he's a guest of the show. Yeah, I see that he drafted Javier Baez, Jason Dominguez, and Lennon Sosa. So yeah, a little bit of mixed bag there. But there's his minor league players for to enter the 2026 season. JC Escara, Jacob Melton. So Escara is a catcher from the Yankees. Jacob Melton's a center fielder for the Rays. Matt Lugo from outfielder for the Angels. The other Luis Castillo. Where is he from? Like, what made you? Who is this Luis F. Castillo that you're talking about here? Who is that guy?
There's two Luis Castillos, and it gets confusing. Uh, I had him last season,
Uh-huh.
and I think he bounced up and down. And for some reason, I said, "Well, I want to keep and see what happens with him." So when the season was over, I just said, he was back in the minors. I said, "Okay, I'll just let you ride."
Because when I click on his name, there's like little to no information. He doesn't even show
Yeah.
what team he's on. So what team is he on?
He might be a free agent right now. Tell you what,
Oh my
but
God.
he's
Oh,
in
he's
AAA.
31 years old?
Yeah, it's minor leaguers. What are you going to do?
Oh my goodness. All right.
He's a Bull Durham guy. So
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay. All right.
I, I I can't explain.
Hmm.
He was there last year, so I said ride one more year.
All right. So it's not the Luis Castillo from the Seattle Mariners, just so
No,
everybody's clear. Durangelo, that's a hell of a name. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals.
right? Pronounce that last name.
Durangelo.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Where's he
He's a
from?
he's a squid. He pitches left-handed and right-handed.
Oh my Lord. Why?
but
Whoa.
they got him settled into I think a right-hander now.
Oh, he's Dutch. That's why I can't pronounce his name. I studied Dutch before a little bit. It's like English, but not really. So he must be from like the Netherlands Antilles or something. Oh no, wait, no,
Yeah,
he said that. No, it said up there he was from Gravenhage, Netherlands.
Gravenhagen.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow, 22 years old. Um, Jurangelo Sinche. And then
Yeah,
Dylan Smith, relief pitcher from the Tigers. So those are his six minor league keepers. There's the rest of his team. Some old reliable relief pitchers on the bottom. Some decent middle of the pack, mid tier, mid rotation starters, and guys like Casey Mize, Nick Martinez, Zach Gallen, Sham Bieber, Abner Uribe, and Trevor McGill. So I was not happy with you with that one because I was hoping to get either both of them, and you ended up getting both. Uh, e- so it really was. I was targeting Abner Uribe, and it
plan, right?
just what was that?
It's a plan, right, to get them both.
I guess. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, one's supposed to get holds, the other one's supposed to get saves, and if McGill blows it, then it's Abner Uribe time, who really came onto his own. Really had a coming welcome to America moment, or whatever you say. He became a little bit of a household name during the playoffs last year, as he was being utilized in high pressure situations. All reliable Kenley Jansen, the ageless wonder. Framber Valdez, Nate Yovaldi, and Hunter Brown. So some decent, actually more than just decent,
Uh,
very good starting um, top of the
they might
rotation guys there. Go
they
ahead.
might look familiar because I had all three last season in this league.
Ah, I see. When in doubt, just go for the guys that you want. And there's the
Yeah.
draft board up there. Really quick, just to introduce the teams. Joga Bonito, that's Matt Nyland's team. He's from Minnesota. He's a Twins fan. Mooney's Goonies, he's new to the league. That's Derek from Maryland. He's an Orioles fan. There's our guy, Gray and Allen, Alien. Sorry, Gray and
Yeah.
Alien. Robert from Texas, Astros fan. My team, Razor Ramones. Felipe, Cubs and White Sox fan. Team Palestine.
Yeah.
Oh man, we just lost like 39% of our audience. No, well that's Raheel. It's okay. It's okay. He's Muslim, so don't hold it
Well,
against him.
he was in
Team
the league last year, wasn't he?
he was in the league last year.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah,
always been
yeah.
in the league.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Team Palestine. That's Raheel. He's a Cardinals fan from Chicago. Assistant to the traveling secretary. That's Alex Robertson's team. He's a Orioles fan from Richmond and a big Seinfeld fan. So yeah, I think last year he was just simply known as George Costanza because that's how big of a Seinfeld fan he is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Bregman the Horizon. That's our one of our
No.
co-commissioners, Noah from. I found out tonight that he's actually from Rockford, Illinois, and not from Chicago, but he's a Cubs fan. And this is a play on the band "Bring Me the Horizon." But
Okay.
it's Bregman the Horizon because Alex Bregman is now a Cub player. Tony La Russa's wine bottle. Oh, Jesus Christ! Obviously, this is Mike Harvey's team from Eastern Washington. He's a Cardinals fan because he grew up in Indianapolis. Billy the Kids Heaters. I don't know what the deal is with this name, but that's Angels team from Utah. He's a Tampa Bay Rays fan. Saved by the Bell. That's Tyler Pay's team. I just saw him tonight.
Yeah.
Or Phillies fan from Richmond, Virginia as well. Launch Pat McQuack. That's Jake's team. He's from a Cardinals fan from Springfield. And then there's our champion, Bob, who is a White Sox fan from Central Indiana. And right off the bat, let's get going with the number one pick. Big, shocking, breaking news. Shohei Ohtani was the number one pick in the draft.
Exactly.
Despite the fact that he doesn't field anywhere else, he only qualifies for designated hitter, or I'm sorry, in our league, the utility slot, and I
Right.
think he might be pitching this year. Oh God, does he qualify to pitch? Oh man,
He should qualify to pitch, but he can't do. You're gonna have to put him in one slot or another.
yeah, I don't think he qualifies to pitch though, because I have pretty strict parameters for that. I think you gotta like at least do maybe 5 games at pitching. I think it's been a while, but what's his name? Joga Bonito.
Yeah.
The beautiful game. I'm checking it on the other screen, and where
Well,
is? Oh no, you're right. He does qualify both at the util slot and the starting pitching slot. So,
but
uh,
the
sh
thing with Shohei is he gonna pitch and hit, or are they gonna slow him with the pitch? You never know.
yeah, and like I was explaining to Noah, when I did the draft recap for the Baseball Life League, it's the Dodgers. You don't know what motivation or lack thereof they have to actually want to utilize any of their pitchers into their full capabilities during the regular
Sure.
season because they're all about October baseball. So
Exactly. So let's save Shohei for August and save his arm.
they'll shut them down, yeah, for the rest of the summer, just like Congress.
Mhm.
On the other screen, let me show you. There is the roster resource for the Dodgers. And it is, yeah, he's listed as the number 3 guy right there. That might
Hey,
be, yeah, be nice.
maybe so.
That's what the projection, and these are the projections, 10 strikeouts per 9 innings, 3.51 ERA. And then you got a bunch of guys who, I mean, this is a really good rotation, but they're going to be pacing them, right? They're going to be Emmett Sheehan, there's going to be a week where he's going to start, and then the next week he's not going to start at all. There's Roki
So
Sasaki, who, go ahead.
they're projecting 116 innings for Shohei.
Yep. So where's the other innings going to come from? 23 game starts. So they got Ben Casparius, who has some experience
So they're going to
to
hold him. They're
start
going to hold him. They're going to hold. I'm sorry. They're going to hold him to 5 innings a game.
pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much par for the course these days, right? I mean,
Hmm.
I'm trying to see who else would be available. No, for this, the Dodgers, you actually got to go into their AAA because you know they're going to use the crap out of all their pitchers. Yeah, River Ryan, we've been waiting for him for forever and a day now. Even though he's 27, 28 years old, he's still ranking as the 107th best prospect in the Fangraphs 100. Kyle Hurt, I think he was with the Padres at one point, if I remember correctly. I think he can qualify to be brought up and pitch some games, so can land a knack. Cole Irvin has major league experience. Logan Allen, which one is he? The Logan Allen from before, the Logan Allen from the Guardians? I can't tell anymore. Uh, so it's hard to tell. So yeah, they have options. They always have options. Oh, look at
Who are their relievers?
let's go back to the Major League Baseball team. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before I do that, we gotta acknowledge the fact. I just saw his name. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. We cannot proceed without mentioning our good friend Noah Miller, shortstop for the Dodgers. He'll be with us later this evening, hopefully, to co-host this show. No, different Noah Miller. Although they might be the same age too. Like, he's kind of a, it's kind of like the baby of the group here. Really quick, Kyle Hurd. I just want to make sure that was he with the Padres from before, or am I misremembering things? No, he's always been a Dodger, so I'm thinking of somebody else. Probably Kyle Hart, maybe. I don't know. Who's Kyle Hurt? 60 fastball, change up an ability to land his breaking ball for strikes gives him a shot to start despite his bulk and mechanical violence. Mechanical violence. Do you like pitchers with mechanical violence?
I don't know, but he's got bulk and mechanical violence. So hey,
Jeez
watch out.
Louise. 27 years old. This must be the Logan Allen from the Padres, I think, from before. When in doubt, just guess the. Oh no, he's the Guardians. That's Logan Allen Taylor. Logan Taylor Allen. Logan Taylor Allen. And I guess he's listed as a free agent probably in the Korean League, maybe, but he's still listed. Yeah, the Korean League. Oh, that's where he spent his time last year in the Korean League?
Is
That's
that what that is?
crazy.
KBO?
Wow, I barely noticed. Is that the same guy? Well, I gotta be careful because at one point the Guardians did have two Logan Allens. Oh yeah, okay. This is the Logan Allen from the San Diego Padres from before he got traded to Cleveland along with like Austin Hedges and stuff. I don't know. It was the Padres like to trade all their prospects away. Anyway, let's get to it again. You were asking about the bullpen guys, right?
Yeah, for the
I mean,
Dodgers.
they're loaded here. Edwin Diaz, Tanner Scott, Alex Vegia, Will Klein, who has a little bit of control issues, but he's supposed to strike out 9 guys per 9 innings. Blake Trinan, all reliable that he is. Jack Dreyer, who kind of came onto the scene last year because I don't remember him ever existing before last year. I don't know who Edgardo Henriquez is. I know who Justin Robleski is.
Yeah.
And then Ben Casparius, I think he might do some spot starts every once in a while, but they got some guys. They got some guys that can
Oh yeah.
step this. Oh, but yeah, but Blake Snell, they got to give him some chances. And then Gavin Stone, whenever he's ready to come back, he'll be given another opportunity to be in the rotation. But these are the horses they're going to ride with for now. And
In other words, it's okay if Shohei only pitches 4 or 5 innings a game. That's all right.
oh
I
yeah,
got somebody to pick up the slack.
they that's probably what they prefer anyway. So keep them fresh and keep them mysterious and go to their very amazing bullpen. So
It seems like strategy,
yeah, especially these days. So yeah, there it is. And then
but I don't want him on my fantasy on my team.
I guess you don't want to win, huh? So,
Hmm.
you get Jose Ramirez. I ended up getting Bobby Witt Jr., who that's who I wanted all along anyway. Jose Ramirez for me would have been a nice consolation prize, but definitely wanted Bobby Witt Jr. I think I had him in this league last year and en route to a championship game appearance. Which, by the way, want to make a correction from the last episode for the Baseball Life League. Yes, Erin won the championship. She beat Andrew O'Sullivan, who got the runner-up prize. And I kept saying that Jet was the runner-up last year. No, he actually got the third place. He won the third place game. which gives him the ninth pick overall in that league because of it. So I just wanted to make that correction because somebody called me out on it. Actually, Aaron was the one who called me out on it. So apologies for that mistake. So it was Aaron in first place, Andrew in second place, and Jet finished in third. All right. I got to ask you, why did you pick Jose Ramirez over Bobby Witt Jr.? So how do you, what makes him so different, and why did you go with Jose and not with Bobby?
We're in a categories league, and
Yep.
there's a big difference between Jose Ramirez at third base and not just third base, but people in general. I mean, he's going to lead. He's going to be up there in stolen bases, home runs, average, runs batted in. I had him in. I traded for him in the Mardi Gras League, and I was real happy with him.
Yep.
For years, I wanted to have him, and
Hmm.
I know now he's 33, and so it's that time where he might have a few more good years to really hammer it out, and I think he's going to take advantage of that. So, Bobby Witt, I like Bobby Witt. I mean, no reason not to have him. I've never had him on a team.
Yeah. He helped me win a championship in the Baseball Life League. And that's after me having him in my minor league slot for 3 full seasons or 2 full seasons, and eventually getting called up. And kind of reaped the benefits of being patient with him. I just like it. I love Bobby. I mean, I like both of them. I got Jose Ramirez in the Baseball Life League, so I like both of them. But Bobby Witt has youth, and he's
Yeah.
just a
Oh
very
yeah.
exciting player. So I mean, you really can't go wrong with this with the top four picks, and especially with Shohei in a semi-weekly league where you can actually utilize him for both starting pitching and hitting. I would still prefer for him to just hit and just
So
rack up the stats there. Go ahead.
my feeling on Bobby Witt is that his best is going to be the next 2 or 3 years, and he's not right there yet, really.
I mean, I, I don't see it that way. I think this is, he's in the middle of his prime right now. Like, I mean, just as an example, let me see what he did last year, just to kind of refresh my memory. I know he
Hmm.
was pretty awesome, but I mean, 23 home runs, 38 stolen bases, 47 doubles, 295
How,
batting
how
average, 351 on
how old
base.
how old is he now?
He's only 25. So he's already living up to some of his lofty, gaudy expectations. Like that, this is supposed to be him all along. I mean, and then in 2024, he had 32 home runs and 31 stolen bases. So a 30-30 season and still gave you 45 doubles and a 389 on base percentage. So I guess to your point, maybe he is getting better. Although last year might have been his absolute peak, or 2024 might have been his absolute peak. But you'll gladly take an 850 ops for the rest of his career.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But okay, I see what you're saying, that there's always improvements, but man, if he improves some more, I mean, that's a scary proposition.
I think so.
I see what you're saying now. Let's move on to the starting pitchers, because these guys, Tariq Skubal and Paul Skeens, 1A, 1B, but they usually get, I've noticed that they get selected later in the first round, but I guess people are desperate for pitching. So Tariq going to Rahil's team, Paul Skeens going to Alex's team. Um, would you have gone pitching here, or would you have preferred to get like a Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna Jr., Ellie De La Cruz? What's your thoughts on the pitchers going middle of the first round here?
So the first makes me want to say, compared to last season's draft,
Hmm.
more starting pitchers went in the first few rounds,
Yeah,
definitely than last season.
yeah, there's Garrett Coquet
Um,
right there as well, and
uh,
Shohei if you want to
e-
include
e-
Shohei.
e- exactly.
Yeah,
So Tarek Skubal, man, I can't blame you for taking him, not at all. Uh, but Paul Skeens, I'm not a fan of him at number six.
really.
He, I, yeah, I'm not. I
What's
like
the
him.
what's
I
the
like him,
matter?
but man, he's in a pit there in Pitt. That's why they named it Pitt. He's in a pit. Poor guy ain't gonna get no W's, man.
Yeah, but he'll
So
get you everything else.
this is my first round pick, and I'm in a categories league, and I
Hmm.
need this dude to hammer, and he's gonna do great, man. Obviously, but he's your first round pick. I want some W's to go along with that.
Hmm. That's fair. That's fair. I don't mind. I mean, wins are such a kind of a fluky stat compared to everything else, but the things that Paul Skeens can control, he controls it very well, including controlling his walks, getting strikeouts. Maybe the innings might be an issue because he's still a young guy, and who knows how much the Pirates want to baby him. So in your
Well,
book,
that
it's go ahead.
I'm sorry, but that's part of what concerns me about
Mm,
him. How long is he going to go on just being a badass in a losing situation? And it doesn't
yeah.
seem like they're doing anything to help him out.
Well, I mean, Tyreek Scuba was in the same boat a few years ago, and now look at him. He's about to get paid a lot of money by the New York Yankees, more than likely, because the Detroit Tigers are gonna pretend that they have no money, even though, yeah, I mean, yeah, you got one of the best pitchers in the league, and you're not gonna be able to keep him around because you can't afford them. So, or at least you're saying you can't afford them. So, in your book, is it Tyree Skubal number one, Paul Skeens number two, and Garrett Crochet number three, or like who are your top three pitchers? If or is there someone missing from the three names that besides the three names that are showing in front of you?
Now I have to change my screen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Now I'm changing my screen. No, I'm not. Uh, because I can't scroll down on yours.
oh, you want me to keep scrolling down? All right. There's also
No, Garrett Crochet. I would have rather had Garrett Crochet than
over.
Paul Skeens.
Okay, well, I mean, then you get the Hunter Browns, Yoshinobu
And
Yamamoto, Christopher Sanchez in the second round. And the
so
third round
Paul
is
again, Paul Skeens. I like him a lot, but who took that pick?
Alex from Virginia, the Orioles fan. He
So
took him.
so what I noticed that in the second round he took Kyle Schwarber.
That's interesting.
I would have rather had Kyle Schwarber at that spot than Paul Skeens.
In the first round,
Yeah,
ugh, this might be a little too early for Kyle Schwarber in my book. I mean, because you still got Corbin Carroll, Julio
yeah.
Rodriguez, Fernando Tatis, Kyle Tucker, Junior Caminero, young guys, and
I'm
especially
just saying
these.
if I was him and I had those guys on my list, I would have rather had Kyle Schwarber than Paul Skeens
Wow. Well, that's not the way it worked out. But then, so that doesn't mean you got Garrett Croquet as your number two starting pitcher coming into the season. Then it's not, because that's what it sounds like to me. That you would have preferred Garrett Croquet over Paul Skeens here.
for sure.
All righty. Cal Raleigh catcher in the first round. Are you a fan of that? Yes or no? Because I'm not, but maybe you see it differently than I do.
Um, no, not really. I mean, he had a great season. What do you? I can't draft last season. Is
Yeah.
he going to do it again?
And he didn't do it in the World Baseball Classic. I think he went
Uh,
hitless and he was just bad. And it just seemed like
uh,
Team America played better with Will Smith getting jiggy with it in the at home plate. Go ahead.
I just don't. If he's going to come close to that, then
Hmm.
yeah, I want to take him in maybe the fourth or fifth round.
Mm.
But I don't know that he's going to do that again, and that's a first round pick, man.
Yeah, I don't trust him. I mean, the last season was such an outlier. I just failed to believe that he can duplicate that. I just don't see it. And you guys can call me a hater, but even Fantrax has him hitting is projecting to see him hit 236 this upcoming season. Yeah, he's still gonna walk 82 times, but he's also gonna strike out 170 times if you believe the Fantrax projections. But yeah, those high strikeouts, that's always been him from the very beginning. Moving on. So let's play a little game here. We got a collection of we just mentioned it, the collection of outfielders that went in the second round. Actually, at the end of the first round, starting with Julio Rodriguez and then ending with Corbin Carroll in the second round. But we got Julio Rodriguez, Fernando Tatis Jr., Kyle Tucker, Corbin Carroll. Of that four, who do you think is the best of that bunch?
You know what, Kyle Tucker. I looked at him. He only had. Here's my note. He only had 88 strikeouts.
Hmm.
Now maybe he had a few less at bats, but damn, I think he made a difference for the team as well. So
Yeah.
I like Kyle Tucker out of those three, out of
Okay.
those four.
He's probably the most polished of the hitters there because the other guys are pretty young and Corbin Carroll's coming back from injury. I think Corbin Carroll might be the safest floor, ironically enough, just because the stolen base factor, and he has a little bit of pop in his bat, and probably has like the second best skill set. Whereas Julio Rodriguez and Fernando Tatis are just freak athletes. And by the way, who J Rod and Tatis Jr. go to Bob, so Bob making that championship run, uh, that defense of his championship, he's gonna have it with the two bona fide superstar outfielders. So
Hmm.
we're already against the eight ball there.
Hmm.
Let's move on. We got a few in now we switch from outfielders to infielders. We got three in a row. Junior Caminero, Gunnar Henderson, Ketel Marte, and if you want to include, oh yeah, if you want to include Vladimir Guerrero, Jazz Chisholm, who ultimately got the best infielder of that bunch in your book?
Well, I love Gunnar Henderson, but uh, Caminero, man, uh, and Marte, I like him, but not where he was drafted. But Caminero, wow, I wish he would have been available when he came around to me.
Yeah, the only concern with Caminero is can he actually do it in a major league ballpark? Because he was playing in a minor league ballpark last season, and
Sure.
but he does come with that promise. I mean the pedigree, the prospect pedigree is there. But for my if it were up to me, and if I was Angel, I mean obviously Angel got him because he is a Rays fan. That I mean there's a little
Sure.
bit of homer pick there. But if it were up to me, if I'm in that spot, I'm getting Vladdy Guerrero. I just think the world of him, and um yeah, if I'm gonna reach for a first baseman this early, it's gonna be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Uh, so that's who I think was the best in this group. Obviously, for stolen bases, maybe you would think Jazz Chisholm or Ketel Marte, maybe to a lesser extent, or maybe Gunnar Henderson if he come back from injury relatively well. Maybe you guys think that Henderson might be the best overall player, but at least with Vladdy, he's a pure hitter with lots of power. He packs a punch in that bat. Let's keep it going in the second round. Still, we finished with three starting pitchers. We got your guy Hunter Brown. Yeah, you actually drafted Hunter Brown, so why am I asking you this? But you also got Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Christopher Sanchez. Me personally, I think I would have gone with Christopher Sanchez, but why did you go with Hunter Brown over those two other guys there?
Homer.
Okay, good. I like the honesty.
I mean, but it's pretty easy to be a homer with Hunter Brown.
Yeah, no, he's
He
good.
had
He's good.
he had an injury a couple years ago, and there's a little soft spot. But last year he came on strong, and I have a feeling that, like him, uh, his next couple seasons are really going to be badass.
Yeah, and it's pretty funny because the biggest concern with him is that he was only a two pitch pitcher, and that's what kind of drew a lot of the so-called experts to kind of beat down on him a little bit. But obviously last year he must have developed a third or fourth pitch, and at the very least, he was very effective last season. He had a pretty good year last year. I'm looking at the Fangraphs page to see what his pitch type was, his pitch types were according to StatCast. So, fastball 31, almost 32% of the time, sinker 31% of the time, and the knuckle curve 18% of the time. There's a cutter and a slider and a changeup that he throws less than 10% of the time. So I guess the knuckle curve might have been. No, he's always had that. But yeah, so I guess when say that he's a two pitch pitcher, is that he has two types of fastball and a knuckle curveball that he likes to use. So, and everything else is a work in progress, like the cutter. Oh yeah, the cutter. He's basically giving up on the cutter. The slider is very rarely used by him, and the changeup, he's actually seen a decrease in that as well. So yeah, fastball and curveballs, but it works. It works. Let him cook that way. Uh,
Yes,
Personally, I think I would have gone with Christopher Sanchez as he's been proving every year that he's shown improvements, that he's a bona fide pitcher, and
it was a very tough choice, believe me.
yeah, no, stop lying, man. You know you were gonna get the Astros player, man.
Yeah, but I really wanted Sanchez too.
Yeah, you just wanted all the pitchers, huh? No, but Sanchez goes to the Twins fan, and he comes back to back and pairs him up with Geraldo Perdomo. Let's see, what other game can we play here? Well, let's go with these five guys. So Geraldo Perdomo, Pete Alonso, Eugenio Suarez, Nick Kurtz, and Trey Turner. I mean, I guess we could start with this one. Would you have gone Geraldo Perdomo if you were Matt Nyland here in the to begin the third round, or Trey Turner if you were going to get a shortstop? Which one would you get? Is what I'm basically asking here.
Perdomo.
Oh wow, okay. Is it because he's younger? Is that it?
I think so. I
Okay.
think that makes a big difference. And again, we're in a categories league, and
Mhm.
he's up there in a lot of the categories. So
Yeah. What about at first base? And I guess I don't need to ask you about Eugenio Suarez because you're the one who selected Eugenio Suarez. You saw him play a pivotal role in the championship pursuit for Team Venezuela, as he was a big part of the reason why they won last night. But so you got him for obvious reasons, big bat in Cincinnati. But what if you had a choice at first base? And you had the opportunity to either get Pete Alonso and Nick Kurtz, the youngster from Sacramento Athletics.
I
Which
really
first baseman would you have gone?
has Nick Kurtz really proved himself?
He's proved that he can hit in a minor league ballpark. Yes.
I'm I'm not I'm not on the bandwagon for Nick Kurtz.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little.
I want to see him do it consistently, going forward, and maybe next year he's going to be on my list. But no,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
not Nick Kurtz.
Well, yeah, his stock, if he shows that he can repeat what he did last year, his stock is only going to
Sure,
go up. And
sure.
he's living up to lofty expectations. 6'5", 240 days, 240 pound big boy that he is. And he showed that he did strike out 30, almost 31% of the time last year, but that's expected. Rookie guy coming up out of, you know, coming up
Right.
in the majors, and but wins above replacement of 4.6, and for first baseman, especially for rookie first baseman, that's a big lofty number there. So,
Yeah.
but again, ballpark factor. How much did the ballpark influence those gaudy numbers? I can also throw in, let's see, Matt Olson into the mix. I mean, Matt Olson pretty much built the same way as Nick Kurtz. Do you prefer Matt Olson over Nick Kurtz here?
I never cared that much for Matt Olson, but I had him on in this league last year, and he was very productive.
Yeah.
I would prefer Matt Olson over Nick Kurtz. Yes.
Yeah, because he's more sure a sure thing. But 29 home runs, which yeah, that's it controls the strike zone better. Matt Olson uh, gives you the same production in terms of the slash, the triple slash line, and a wins above replacement of 4.7. Although I have to assume that Nick Kurtz played in a lot lesser games. Let me check. I think it
Sure.
looks
Yeah,
like
definitely,
Olson. Yeah.
definitely.
So
I
yeah.
think he had a lot fewer at bats, I believe.
Okay. Let me see here just to double check. Well, somehow I ended up on the Hunter Brown page.
Where else? There's no place else to
There's no
be.
place else to be.
The MVP.
489 plate appearances, 117 games, and I think Matt Olson played 162 if I remember correctly. Let's double check that. It's loading. Wait, is it loaded? I'm loaded. No, I'm not. 162 games. So yeah, I mean, Olsen has proven to be very durable. In the last one, two, three, four, in the last four seasons, he's played 162 games for the last four seasons, and
Yeah.
then in 2021, he only played 156 games because he needed the load management. What about center fielder? I mean, we got a couple of exciting center fielders, and Jackson Churio from the Milwaukee Brewers. He goes to my team, and then Pete Crow Armstrong going to Raheel, the Cardinals fan. I think he just wanted to piss off Noah by getting him. They're both kind of built the same way, power speed combination, young exciting players. Um, but who would you have preferred in this out of the two there?
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Really? Wow.
Yes. So I made a note. Whatever. Churio, he does have. He's going to help you out across the board in some of the categories,
Hmm.
and he plays what multi positions, I believe.
Yes.
But I think Pete Crow Armstrong's going to have a better year.
I don't trust Pete Armstrong. I just I can't win with him. I can't trust him. Um, yeah, I think I mean he even said it himself that he had a really crappy second half last season.
He
Uh,
did, but he's one of your Cubbies.
Yeah, and that's why I know that he had a very bad season. He kind of disappeared on the team, but he did get off to a great start. But there's a lot of flukiness to his game, to Pete Crow Armstrong. And I'm not saying Jackson Churio is like perfect or anything like that, but I do trust Jackson Churio's game over Pete Crow Armstrong's game. It's similar. Both, like I said, both exciting player, both power speed combinations. And I'm gonna trying to look it up on the other screen to see if I see any like differences between the two in terms of like the what do you call it, the advanced stats, so to speak. So let's bring this other screen over right here. Here we are. And let's type up those names just out of curiosity while we're here. Crow, there he is. And then the other guy was Jackson, one of the
True.
Jacksons. We just need two more Jacksons, and we got the Jackson five. There's because it was there's Jackson Merrill, Jackson Cheerio, and Jackson Andrew? No, I don't know. Is this 2025 numbers? Yes, it is. So I have my own customized, if I can actually make it work, and it doesn't work the way I want it to. Boy, oh yeah, there it goes. I just gotta, okay, cool. So let's see. Crow Armstrong hit 31 home runs, 35 stolen bases. Jackson Churio in about 26 less games, he had 21 home runs, 21 stolen bases. Uh, Churio had a lower strikeout rate. Obviously, Pete Armstrong had more of a bigger isolated power, but Jackson Churio had the higher average on base percentage and the higher ops by 2 percentage points over PCA.
Yeah, okay,
The higher
2%.
or two, yeah, whatever the two what was that 2000ths.
Yeah, right.
Also, he Jackson Churio beats out Pete Armstrong in weighted on base average, which is the linear weights batting average version. So home runs
Yeah,
are
but they're,
worth
they're
more than
still right
triples.
there.
Yeah, 328 for Churio, 323 for his PCA. They're pretty close. 111 WRC plus. So that means Churio was 11% better than league average, whereas PCA was only 9% better than league average. What a big difference, right?
What was
Go ahead.
why did Churio only have 131? Was he injured part of the
He was injured for part, and I think he might have been called pretty late, I believe. I believe he
and
was called up pretty later than PCA, whereas and then PCA already had a head start from 2024, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. So yeah, the Brewers were a little bit more patient, but that's because PCA already had some time in the majors, so obviously he was a little bit more ready to go. And Churio is young, like super duper young. I think he's like 21 years old or something. Let me see. I mean, we might as well just check all this while
well, Pete
we're here.
Crow Armstrong's not an old man.
Yeah, but
He's 23.
it's a game of inches. You know better than that. It's a game of inches. You know what I mean. Let's is PCA 23 years old, you say?
Yeah,
Okay, because Churio was signed to a long-term extension as a
he's only
teenager.
21. Yeah, he's only 21.
Yeah, so he's finally able to drink, so that'll make a world of difference.
Yeah,
Uh,
there you go.
let's see. Crow Armstrong is a little bit more of the aggressive hitter, whereas uh, Churio is a bit more patient with a outside the strike zone swing percentage of 40.6%, whereas PCA is at 45.6%. So it's a 5% difference. And Churio makes a little bit more contact. He's more consistent contact, not the best contact rates. It's a game of inches, like I said, but it does it, give Churio an edge in terms of contact rate, despite the fact that he probably has less experience than PCA in the majors, and he's a lot younger. PCA had a 16% swinging strike percentage, which pretty damn high. 12.6% is also high, but 16% is way up there. Uh,
Now, yeah, now I want to see who's hitting where in the lineup.
Yeah, we'll get to it. They both, well, no, we'll get to it. They both have the similar exit velocity. PCA has a higher barrel rate, which I'm always a fan of, but they both have the similar hard hit rate. So yeah, they're very identical players, right? I mean, they're more versatile. They do a little
Yeah,
bit of everything offensively. Now you wanted to see what they do, but before I go there, I'll do that later. Okay, let's check out the Cubs. Where's the Cubs at? I can't see. There it is.
they're in Chicago.
They are? Oh, I thought they were in Indiana, like the Bears, the Indiana Bears. Crow Armstrong is penciled in as the number five guy. Michael Bush is the number one hitter. That's weird, but that's probably because he's probably projected to get a high on base percentage. 339 versus Pete Crow Armstrong, who's only at
What
303.
happened? What happened to Bregman, man?
Mm,
They got him hit second.
they got hit. Yeah,
Well,
that's about
I
right.
I
That's
guess.
yeah, that's that, that you want the guy with the real professional hitter up there hitting number two. Ian Happ, you can argue that he might be the best overall hitter. He's a switch hitter, very
Yeah.
patient at the plate, knows the strike zone well, gets a high on base percentage, low batting average, so because of it.
If the Cubs get off to a good start and Pete Crow started like Pete Crow Armstrong started off this season like he did last season, he's going to be in cleanup and he's going to put up some numbers.
All right. That's possible, but he's just he needs to mature a
Well,
little bit at the plate. Go
let
ahead.
let's see where Churrio's hitting.
So we saw that Crow Armstrong was at the number five slot behind
I
Seiya
really like his
Suzuki.
fan graphs.
Oh, yeah, the roster resource, highly recommend. Yeah, highly recommend roster resource. You can check out all the teams here. Brewers, Jackson Churio batting leadoff. So already I'm happy with that. I'm
He's
happy
got
with that.
24 stolen bases.
That's the projection. Yeah, that's the projection. I think PCA was like a 35 plus or something. So I guess if you want to make the argument, you can that PCA is going to be more explosive because he's going to steal more bases and possibly give you a 30-30 season. But yeah,
I think we
sure,
both ended up with a couple of good players there.
I think so. I think so. Out of curiosity, I just want to see 16% swinging strike rate, right? So let's clear out these players. And let's see if we can get every single player known to man up here. We got 1,470 players up in here. Let's see. Is this what I want to do is make sure that this is a new interface that Fangraphs is utilizing. So it's taking me a while to figure out. There it is. Let's do only qualifying hitters, right?
All right, pull it up. I'm gonna step away 1 second.
Okay, so I'll keep talking. 145 players now that qualified for the Fangraphs leaderboard, and I want to see the swinging percentage, the swinging strike percentage, because PCA was at 16%. How bad is that? Yeah, PCA had the third worst swinging strike percentage last season, behind other high strikeout guys like Brandon Lau and Hunter Goodman. So.
So,
It's
how
not,
many strikeouts did PCA have?
I don't know because I'm not there anymore. Hold on a minute.
I'm
Ah,
surprised I didn't write it down.
geez, Louise, get out of that. Get out. But Crow Armstrong was only at 24%, at only 24% strikeout rate, and the other two guys above him were at 26, 27%. So give him, I'll give him PCA his kudos there. That
Yeah.
says a lot about his bat speed, and yeah, he's a very aggressive, as you can see, very aggressive swinger, but
Yes,
he makes enough contact where it doesn't hurt him too much. So when you're
and
that aggressive,
that's probably what killed him in the second half.
yeah, a lot of weak grounders, I bet. I mean, I could look that up too, but we'll be here all day looking that up. So very interesting stuff. I still prefer Jackson Churio. I think he'll be the more polished hitter. And the best part about Jackson Churio is, right, that he's not left-handed.
Okay,
So you don't know, but I have depending on who the hitter is. So it's not the Matt Olsons of the world, not even the Nick Kurtzes of the world, but depending on who the hitter is, I have a theory that well, it's because I once one time in the Mardi Gras League, I had like four very good young good left-handed hitters, and I ended up having a terrible season, and I blame it on the left-handed hitters
crazy.
because I kind of find out that yes, left-handed hitters are pretty cool and they have a nice little swing and everything, but they get easily neutralized by left-handed pitching. So, but you know who doesn't get neutralized by left-handed pitching? Right-handed hitters.
Okay,
So yeah, that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
all
Speaking
right.
of left-handed hitters, James Wood going, Manny Machado, Matt Olson, Logan Webb, Italian stallion Vinny Pasquantino, and Team America hero Logan Webb going back to back to Bob. Logan Webb in the third round, Vinny Pasquantino on the turn in the fourth round. Bob's having himself a really good draft, and I see that Noah is finally on board here. How you doing, Noah? We're only in the fourth round, so get your cup of coffees. We're in for a long night. Uh, uh, let's see here. You all know who Noah. He's a Cubs fan. I already mentioned that he's a Cubs fan from Illinois. Not gonna say Chicago, but he's from Illinois, and he was with me to recap the total bases, the baseball life draft recap the other day. So, like I said, we're only in the fourth round. We just got done talking about why Jackson Churio is better than PCA. So
That's
I'm
not
glad.
exactly what we were talking about, but
No, that's exactly what we're
Upset
talking
I
about.
missed that
no.
conversation.
Yeah, it was a good one. Well, Robert, I'll give you another one. I'll let you have the floor here. You see the fourth round picks. Is there anybody in particular in the fourth round that you want to discuss?
Well, let's see. Now we are in the fourth round. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think Chris Sale went too early.
You think Chris Sale went too early? Wow.
Yes, I think so.
So you would have preferred Framber Valdez over Chris Sale?
Oh God, yeah. Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, of
Astros
course,
homer.
you because I
You did,
took
and
him.
yeah, you took him as well. Yeah.
Roman Anthony,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, that you're crazy. What's going on here? What's wrong with Roman Anthony?
I, what what is he, Mike Trout now or
He
something?
could be.
It could be in the fourth round.
Yeah. Why not?
Uh, nah,
People love that power speed combination, man. You know
I
that.
I wasn't too happy with that one.
See, Roman Anthony last year. What
I like Max Fried
okay.
and who did Launchpad? I wrote down Launchpad. I forgot who he took.
Francisco
Francisco
Lindor.
Lindor. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a solid pick. I know that Lindor has a hand injury of sorts, but that's a really solid pick. Roman Anthony last year. Where'd he go? I just had him up here. Oh, there he is. Uh,
show
he,
me his gigantic numbers and astound me.
yeah, I mean, but he got to a slow start at his, oh, I don't know, age 21 year in the majors. Bum that he is, you know. He did have a high strikeout rate, but he held his own. He had a 13.2 walk rate, which for a rookie to have a double digit walk rate is pretty damn good. 292 batting average, 396 on base, 463 slugging percentage. My math isn't mathing correctly in my head, but I think that should give you a pretty good ops of
He's that gonna?
859.
How many at bats has he got?
Last year,
Yeah.
257 at bats, so
So
in his
come
rookie
on.
season. In his rookie
Okay.
season. Yeah. It's just, you know, just a young prospect, that kind of lived up to expectations. I'm just saying.
Young prospect in the fourth round. No, I don't like.
Well, so I guess you would have picked Brent Rooker and you would have picked Mookie, or not Mookie, it's what, Jackson Merrill. Jackson Merrill, you would have preferred Jackson Merrill over Roman Anthony, is what I'm hearing.
I'm really not a Jackson Merrill fan either.
Okay, Cody Bellinger then, Jordan Alvarez. I mean, Jordan Alvarez doesn't
Um,
qualify for outfield, but
you know
come
what
on
I
in.
have to say about Cody Bellinger? He's
No.
a great player when he's on someone else's team, never on mine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So Jaron Duran, his Roman Anthony's teammate, Jaron Duran is better than Roman Anthony, is what you're saying?
No,
Well, about Riley Green, would you prefer Riley Green over Roman Anthony?
I think so.
Randy Arozarena over Roman Anthony?
Oh no.
No, no, too streaky. And okay, so let's go back to the fourth round because now we ended up in the sixth round, I should say. No, tough spot to put you. You just heard that Rob or did not like Chris Sale. Is there a player that you did like besides your own guy in the fourth round? Oh, well, that's awkward. You pick Chris Sale. You know what?
Yes.
Defend your Chris Sale pick. Go ahead. Why is Chris Sale the best pitcher ever in the fourth round?
I'll say I wouldn't say best ever. Honestly, I got sniped by Angel. I wanted Brian Wu pretty bad,
Woo!
and I was looking for most of these drafts. I was looking for strikeout pitchers, and so I went with Chris Sale there.
Yeah,
Big time strikeout
he'll
guy.
get he's the guy to get you strikeouts for sure. Uh I picked Brent Rooker. Probably because Raheel took Roman Anthony. Who knows. Number round five. Noah, since you're here, pick a player that you actually like in this round, not including your own guy, who you got Freddie Freeman in the fifth round, but pick a different player that you actually do like besides Freddie Freeman.
I do like, even though I'm kind of biased against him, I do like Bryce Terang.
Mm.
I think he's one of the better second basemen in the league. Feel like that's a pretty good pick. He's probably got the most power for a second baseman. So if you're looking for that power speed combination at second base, he's definitely the guy to go for.
Let's to double check. Last year, 18 home runs, 24 stolen bases. Um, excuse me. Yeah, so his power went up a lot last year. I mean, he went from having no power in 2023 and 2024 to yeah, displaying more pop in his bat in 2025. Um, so yeah, that's not what I was expecting from a Bryce Terang. Very good on base percentage last year as well, 359 when his first two seasons he was struggling to get on base. Robert, name a player you don't like in this fifth round.
Cole Reagans.
Damn,
Hmm.
damn, son. So what? Cole Reagans over Jacob DeGrom over Cole Reagans is what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, well I did something right. I got Jacob DeGrom. I was happy with that. A little bit of fun on my part. Let's have some fun. Let's see if there's any other pitches. So let's go to the sixth round. Cole
So
Reagans
Who's
got
Ray
picked by Derek Seen, by the way. Go ahead.
and Felipe,
Hmm.
you see, I took Jordan Alvarez
Where? In the fifth?
in the,
Oh
in
yeah, right
the,
there. Yeah, you're right.
and part of the reason I took him is because I thought maybe you might take him.
Ah,
I swear to God, that's the truth.
that's funny. That's funny.
so you
No,
just
go ahead.
so Robert, you just dislike power left-handed pitchers with a little bit of injury history? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm noticing a trend here.
Are, are you talking about Cole Reagan?
Cole
Yeah, you
Reagans,
didn't
Chris
like Cole Ragans
Sale.
and then you didn't like Sale. Is
No,
his
and
injury
I do
history
like
the reason?
I know we're not in that round no more, but I do like Chris Sale, but I think it's his time has come.
That's
Wow.
fair.
Man,
I
don't
think
you
he's still
know?
got some in the tank.
Well, don't
But
you?
what don't you like about Reagan's?
Look, I don't have stats in front of me. I'm I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this screen here. I just think he's too early to take him in the fifth round. I would have rather had him sixth or seventh round. Yeah, I might pick him up, but not in the fifth round.
Okay, but so it's yeah, like I said, Jacob deGrom, Jesus Luzardo, those two guys at the very least are better than they're better selections than Cole Reagans in your book, Robert.
Was Reagan's injured part of last year?
Yes,
Because I think he only had like 60 innings or something like that.
yes, yes.
So I don't know what am I basing on my fifth round pick on somebody who only had 61 innings? I'm not so sure.
Yeah,
That's
to
fair.
counter that, but you are selecting Jacob deGrom, who has an even bigger history of injuries. You say you would prefer Jacob deGrom over Cole Reagans. Not to put you
Well,
on the spotlight, but just
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
making you
but I
think a
had a
little bit
chance
here.
to take him and I didn't take Jacob DeGrom. So
Well, you wanted the gimpy 27-year-old DH and Jordan Alvarez, so believe me. And then Jesus Luzardo was also available. If I guess by just thinking about what you would think, I think you would prefer Luzardo over Cole Reagans as well, correct?
yeah, oh yeah,
What about Freddie Peralta over Cole Reagans?
oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I probably would have
George
taken
Kerr,
Peralta over Reagan's.
you would have picked Freddie Peralta over Cole Reagans, Noah? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, even though I like Reagan's, I would have taken Peralta over Reagan's.
What about
For
George
sure.
Kirby? George Kirby over Cole Reagans?
He's got injury concern too last year. I know I
Hmm.
have him in baseball life, but Kirby does have a little bit of injuries too.
I think he has limited upside. I mean, very wonderful control pitcher, but yeah, he's lacking in other areas that just don't doesn't make him as exciting as he used to be. So definitely Cole Reagans looks a lot sexier, but I bet Robert would have picked George Kirby over Cole Reagans.
Um, I, what I wouldn't have picked I wouldn't have picked Cole Reagans in the sixth round probably.
What about
But
Dylan?
George Kirby is an okay guy, but he doesn't thrill me in
Mhm.
the categories league.
What about Dylan Cease over Cole Reagans?
He's on your team. He's no good.
Okay, that's what I figured. And then, oh, Joe Ryan over Cole Reagans. Is that how far you're willing to go there?
Oh, Joe Ryan. I had him last year. He was very productive for me.
Yeah. What about Jacob Mizorowski over
Yeah.
yeah, over Cole Reagans?
Damn.
Damn, son.
Damn,
Like
son.
now we're kind of dipping into the next round though.
The seventh round. Yeah, we're going to the seventh round. And there's Nick Pavetta as well. So just those last two pitchers, Jacob Mizorowski or Nick Pavetta over Cole Reagans.
You know what?
I
Cole
think
Reagan's is one of those guys next year, the next one, he's going to be probably a higher draft pick, but not
Mm.
for me. Not this year.
So you would have
I think
picked,
Mizorowski is too high.
yeah, I agree with that. But and Nick Pavetta, you would have preferred Nick Pavetta over Cole Reagans there, Robert?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How does this round end? Okay, okay, let's go back. Where were we? Cole Reagans, right? Yeah,
Cole Reagan.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's the Cole Reagan show. Anything else to discuss about the fifth round? Well, I know that Noah and I we talked about Austin Riley in the last one. I mean, now at this point, knowing what we know now, I mean, Michael Garcia is the MVP of the World Baseball Classic. Are we living in a world where Michael Garcia could be considered better than Austin Riley? Noah, let's start with you.
I think there's a chance. I think we would need to see what Austin Riley can look like when he's fully healthy again.
Hmm.
That's Riley's concern right now. But I think we need to see. I think last year was the first year we've seen this high level play from Michael Garcia. I feel like
Yeah,
I want to see maybe another year like that, and maybe we'll see another down year from Riley, and maybe we could say he's better. But I think Austin Riley, when healthy and in the past, he's kind of looked more like your prototypical third baseman,
yeah,
where Michael Garcia's hitter profile is more second baseman.
yeah.
Even though
Well,
I know he can play second base too.
last year both of those guys had 16 home runs, albeit Garcia had about 200 more at bats, more plate appearances than Austin Riley. But obviously, the allure about Garcia is that he also had 23 stolen bases. So, yeah. So, and that's if that's the case, if we are valuing stolen bases, then Garcia would have been the way to go. And Riley's just been hurt the last couple of years, just unproductive as well. So, I don't know. I don't know who Austin Riley is anymore, but he's not the guy I used to know. All right, let's move on. And obviously,
So I had
go ahead.
Miguel Garcia is the best pick in the fifth round.
You think so, huh?
Oh, really?
Yes.
No, man, it's Jacob deGrom. What are you talking about? Jacob deGrom's the best pick in the round.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, Randy Arozarena is the streakiest hitter in this round. No doubt about that. Bob is having himself a hell of a draft. Bo Bichette followed by Jesus Luzardo. I mean, I think he's gonna repeat. He's just gonna repeat. Uh,
He got lucky last year.
ooh, you said it. Let's see. Noah, since I haven't heard much from you today, because actually I did hear from you today. I just saw you. I saw your Portillos. Well, first baseman, who do you see that Josh Naylor getting picked ahead of Rafael Devers? Naylor going to Tyler's team, who we also just saw moments ago, and then Devers going to Angel's team. If you had your choice between these two first basemen, who would you have gone with in this round?
It's tough. I'd maybe say Naylor because he kind of got the prospect of possible stolen bases because he likes to apparently steal bases now.
Yeah,
That's part of his game since he's gone to Seattle. Both both first basemen play in
pitcher.
ballparks that aren't very hitter friendly.
Right.
So I was kind of thrown off by both those guys in all my drafts just because the ballparks they play in.
Yeah.
I don't recall following Devers that much the second half of the year. I know he struggled quite a bit when he got traded. I don't know how he ended up finishing the year, but I
Uh,
would probably take Naylor. I think he's slightly more contact type of guy. I think his bat would play slightly better at T-Mobile or Safeco, whatever you want to call it, than Devers at the Giants Park.
all right. I'm always biased towards Devers, and I did have Devers, that basically when Devers started qualifying for first base, that basically saved my season because um, Yeah, I didn't have a really good. Remember, I waited until I got Ryan Mountcastle as my starting first baseman, and everything I ever said about Ryan Mountcastle came to be true. But the one time I wanted to give him a chance, it didn't come out to fruition. But Devers, once he got situated in San Francisco and started in kind of embracing the first base role, he kind of had a pretty damn good second half of the season, from what I remember, because he salvaged my year and he helped me get to the championship game last year in this league, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was in this league, right? I'm trying to see what the splits were on the other screen, but I I rarely look at splits. I don't know where the hell they are. Oh, there they are, splits. All right, let's see here. Here we are. Oh, I guess I also could have, done it by team as well. Let's see. I don't know. When do you want to do? July, August? August, he hit 291. That's pretty good. But July, 230. September, October, 200. First half, he hit 255. Second half, 248. He hit about the same amount of home runs. He hit more doubles in the first half, probably because he was still in Boston. Um,
He was on fire in May.
yeah, I don't remember that. I remember that he kind of came onto his own. I just used to set him at first base last year, and I was comfortable with that. But all right, never mind then. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Looking at
Go ahead.
looking at Baseball Reference here,
Hmm.
looking at his stats between both teams. His counting stats are and we're talking about Devers here. His counting stats are pretty similar, but his rate stats went quite a bit down quite a bit in San Francisco. Well,
Mm,
that could be because he played 23 three more games. I'm sorry,
mm.
17 more games in San Francisco. That
Yeah.
could be the reason why the rate stats. But I think that's too small of a sample size to see the
Yeah.
rate stats go down as much as they did. His OPS went down 98 points. Slugging went down 44 points. OBP even went down, and batting average went down too,
Let's take a quick look
quite
here.
significantly. Quite significantly.
Yeah. And it took him a while to embrace that first base role. There was I mean, we're talking about a guy who hit 35 home runs and drove in 109 RBI like he's some sort of bum and stuff. So, but but yeah, he still held his own. I mean, he's still got a 224 ISO in San Francisco, 348 WOBA in San Francisco. I mean, yes, you're right. It is a lot lower than Boston. The 348 is still pretty decent, right? 347 on base. I mean, it's not Rafael Devers like we've seen in the past, but that's pretty decent. And now he has a full season in San Francisco. He's embracing the first base role. There's a lot to like there. And wait, why are we talking about this? I already forgot. Oh, Josh Naylor, right? Because of the stolen bases. I still think Rafael Devers is a better hitter. But as I told Robert, the one thing that you could say that's against him is that he's left-handed. But so is Josh Naylor. So what do I know? Speaking of Robert, I want you to tell me who the best catcher was in this round. We got Shea Langoliers going to Rahil's team, William Contreras, who's usually the consensus number one catcher. He's going and as a second catcher in this round to Derek's team, and then Drake Baldwin going to Matthew, the Twin fans team. So in your book, who got it right in this round, this sixth round at catcher?
Shea Langoliers.
Really? Wow.
Uh, I like William Contreras, but and Drake Baldwin. I was like scratching my head. Who's Drake Baldwin?
Oh yeah, he's the reason I didn't need to draft a catcher early last year because I knew he was the hot shot prospect for the Atlanta Braves last season. And sure enough, he eventually got more playing time and he basically just took over the role in Atlanta last year over Sean Murphy, who's no slouch himself. So that's
But
who
I
Drake.
know rookie of the year.
I'm sorry, what was
but
that?
I'm still not drafting catchers in the sixth inning.
Yeah, but you did say Shane Langeliers was the best
Hmm.
guy there. Okay. And no, you say something over there, or
Yeah,
what were you saying?
I was just mentioning that Drake Baldwin was also NL Rookie of the Year
He was? Oh my God, I didn't
over Cade
notice.
Horton.
Seriously?
Wow.
Yeah.
That I mean, I had him last year and I was happy. I forgot which league I had him in, but I was happy with the results. I didn't think he was rookie of the year material, but it must have been a slow year. I think I would have gone with Kate Horton if I had a vote.
Still there?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
It's like
Oh,
his
great.
internet might have cut out or something. Oh,
J-
there he is.
Hey, can you hear me
I lost you
now?
for a minute. I lost you for a minute, but I hear you now.
Okay. All right. Well, the recording will pick me up, so that's fine. All right. So yeah, I was saying that if I had a vote, I would have gone with Kate Horton, but I'm here and I don't have a vote. Let's go to the seventh round. Let's start with Noah. Give me actually a lot of relief pitchers went in this round, starting with Edwin Diaz going to my team. Kate Smith. Kate Smith as a number two guy when it seemed like, well, Mason Miller went actually, I am so sorry. Mason Miller went the previous round, I believe, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, there he is.
I took him.
Yeah, you took him. Yep. Okay. Should have known better. Uh, so Kate Smith going to Mike's team in Washington and John Duran going to Tyler's team. A little bit of a
Oh,
homer pick
hey,
there.
Kate Smith.
Yeah.
I for some reason I made a note and it says why pick him?
Over, so I guess you would have picked
Strikeout.
John Duran
I
over Kate Smith.
I don't I don't I'm not sure what I was looking at, but I made a note and thought to myself, why would I pick this guy in the seventh round?
I mean, he's ranked as a top five relief pitcher this year.
But what's he going to do for me in this categories league? Some
He's
Saves.
gonna saves and strikeouts. I think he had over 100 strikeouts as a reliever last year, and now he's going into the closer role for Cleveland this year.
Because
is he going to be the closer?
oh, he should be. Yeah, because Class A was too busy gambling his life away. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You know?
yeah, maybe so. Maybe I just overlooked him, but
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention to him.
I mean, to your point, the Guardians always are loaded at pitching, especially out of the bullpen. They just seem to be able to develop guys out of their butts, and those guys become very tough relief pitchers to hit. But yeah, Cade Smith was always the heir apparent. I mean, he was the top leverage guy when Clase was around, and he was, picked last year because of the ability to get holds. But yeah, there he is, Cade Smith, closer, 30 saves projected. But to your point, I mean, there's a lot of guys. So there's Hunter Gaddis, Sean Armstrong, Eric Sabrowski, who left-handed pitcher who's supposed to get 10.7 strikeout per nine innings. Matt Festa, Connor Brogdon, who's a veteran relief pitcher.
So here's my question: how many games is Cleveland going to win this year?
I don't know. Not let me do, let's call it 86 games, right?
Maybe.
Let's see. What do we have here? This
I'm not sure Kate Smith's going to get 30 saves, but
I
all right.
think he
Our
will.
teams can still rack up a lot of saves.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. I mean, the Guardians, they're not gonna win. They're not blowing out a lot of teams. It's the Jose Ramirez show, and maybe Steve Kwan can contribute. But here's the projected. I guess I'll just use this. Let's go by division,
Their
and we're
pitching seems to always be good enough to keep them in games.
yeah. But
So I think they'll
okay,
win a lot of close ones.
to your point, Robert, Fangraphs has them winning 76 wins this year, and they're gonna be 10 games behind the Tigers in 2026 if we are to take these projections at face value. Like I said, they when they win, they win ugly. So if they're gonna win and win ugly, then that's Kate Smith time to get in there and
So
get those
maybe
saves.
that's what turned me off of Kate Smith in the first place because I'm not a big Cleveland fan.
Okay, I mean that makes you're just like every Cleveland Guardians fan on the planet.
Your
Absolutely.
concern is definitely valid.
Yeah, but he's still a really damn good pitcher. So I mean, the talent usually rises to the top, so to speak. And of course, we know who John Duran is. So I guess in Robert's book, John Duran is better than Kate Smith. So there you go. Anybody else? Who was I asking first? Was I asking Noah? Or was I asking? I forgot who was that. Who was a question for? Was it for you, Noah?
Ask. I don't think you asked either of us
Oh,
anything
okay.
for this round.
I thought I was like pick the best relief pitcher for. All right, no. Besides the relief pitchers, Who did you like in this round?
I like Nick Pivetta the slate, especially compared to the other pitchers that have been taken before him.
Yeah, yeah, very solid pick here by Angel here. And then obviously we can go with Robert, and we can assume that he does not like Kate Smith. No, my
I
guy.
thought
Go ahead.
I thought in this round um, Nick Pivetta was the best pick.
And the pick I hate was Hunter Goodman in this round. I don't like him at all. I think it's just more ballpark factor than actual talent and skill level. So that's the pick that I hate in the seventh round. Let's go to the eighth. I want to just marvel at Bob's team. I've been loving all his draft picks so far. Nico Horner and then Andres Munoz. Geez, Andres Munoz going as the fifth or sixth best relief pitcher. That's just crazy to me. So anyway, let's start with the second pick here in CJ Abrams, all the way down to well, I guess we can go all the way down to Arlois Chapman. Robert, tell me a guy you didn't like in this round.
In the eighth round,
Yeah.
um,
Well, I mean, yeah, let me go back to Nico Horner then. Sorry about that. Or I'm sorry, Andres Munoz. Go ahead.
I, uh, I didn't like Bednar.
Mm. What's the problem there?
Uh,
Is he's a
he's
Yankee?
done okay. He's done okay, but I think maybe part of it I was looking at his team and thinking, is he really going to be your your reliever? If is he really going to be your guy? I don't. He did okay last year, but I don't trust him.
You don't trust the Yankees, or you just don't trust him as a pitcher?
I don't trust him as a pitcher.
Mm. Yeah. And right now he's penciled in as a closer, last I checked. But to your
Yeah,
point, they got Camilo Doval, Fernando Cruz, Tim Hill, the left-hander. Jake Bird is supposed to get 9.5 strikeouts per 9 innings. Paul Blackburn is a major league veteran.
yeah.
Ryan
I just don't
Yarbrough.
think he's going to be there in July and August.
Yeah, okay. And I gotta say it. I not a fan of CJ Abrams. I had him last year, succumbing to peer pressure by everybody in the industry to get CJ Abrams, and I was not happy with him. I was not happy at all. Very inconsistent player. Love the counting stats, but just I'm not a fan of the 300 on base percentage. That's my 2 cents there. Noah, give me a player that we should like in this eighth round. By the way, CJ Abrams went to Jake's team down in Springfield. Go ahead, Noah.
Let's see here.
And David Benner going to the Twins
I
fan
like
up in Minnesota. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like Corey Seager. I think it's kind of insane that Corey Seager got taken after CJ Abrams.
Lack of
I
stolen
agree.
bases, lack of stolen
I
bases,
agree.
and Seager's older, so maybe that's why. But Raheel took advantage of that. I think Seager is indeed a much better pure hitter than CJ Abrams. So, and I
Yep.
hear Robert agreeing with you as well. Go ahead. Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
had.
it's
Go
just
ahead.
just hitting aspect. I would take Seager over Abrams and try to fill in stolen bases from some other position
Right.
in this round. I would definitely take Seager over Abrams.
Yeah. If you take Seager, then let's say Jake takes Corey Seager, right? And I don't
Yeah.
know who he picked before. I'm not gonna play that game, but what I will play is see by the time it's his turn again in the ninth round. So let's see here. Let's get out of the way. Who else would have been available for stolen bases? So he got Corey Seager. So does that mean we're gonna skip the ninth round just for right now? But does that mean that he goes after O'Neal Cruz or maybe Agustin Ramirez, who's a stolen base catch, yeah, he's a steals guy at catcher. There's Dansby Swanson, who is good for a 2020 season. Stephen Kwan, who'll chip in some stolen bases. Ozzy Alves, who will chip in some stolen bases. Uh, Jeremy Pena, if he's healthy, he'll chip in some stolen bases. Are you saying all those guys I just mentioned would have been a better choice to pair with Corey Seager and get your stolen bases? Or do you now see it differently as to why Jake would have chosen C.J. Abrams over Corey Seager.
Yeah, you could have definitely gone with Jeremy Pena. Could have stuck him in the middle infield slot.
Hmm.
I would have probably taken him over Abrams.
All righty. Let's go back to the ninth round really quick.
Even
Anything else?
O'Neal Cruz too.
Yeah, it's just O'Neal Cruz is too wild. But to your point, if you have a Corey Seager, then you can afford having an O'Neal Cruz being wild and wacky. By the way, the best pick, Yuri Perez, by yours truly. No, Robert, let's talk a little bit of pitching here. We got four,
Are we on the ninth? Are we on the round nine now?
round nine. Yeah, who was
Okay,
the
there
best
we go.
starting pitcher here in this round?
Hmm.
Yeah, tough choice. Got a couple of young guys, got a bunch of veterans.
The best starting pitcher, really. You know what? Uh, Kevin Gossman.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That would have been a better choice for me, but I cannot bypass Yuri Perez this year. I gots to have him. So,
Okay.
yeah, he was lightning last year when it went eventually when he got his bearings straight.
Yes, please.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he's
So,
going to be great. He's going to be great, but is this going to be his season or is it next season?
I mean, I think we saw a little bit of glimpse of it in the late stages of last year. So I'm gonna hope for that momentum. But yeah, Kevin Gossman is definitely the steadier pick in this round here. I'm not gonna deny that. So, but do I want a steady pick or do I want to go for the jugular and get a guy like Yuri Perez who can take me to the moon and beyond? So we'll see what happens in that regard. But I will agree, Kevin Gossman would have been the steadier choice. To the 10th round we go. So I try to move as quickly as possible. Frickin' Bob, man. I gotta marvel. This is amazing. O'Neal Cruz, Augustin Ramirez. He's this is amazing. I'm impressed. Like, he's gonna win the championship again this year.
No, he's not.
Robert, we'll start with you.
He got
Nate
lucky.
Robert, name a player you did not like in this round.
We're in the 10th round. Who did I
10th
not
round.
like?
Yep, 10th round. 120 picks in.
I know, and I made a bunch of notes about the 10th round. Who was the one I didn't care for?
Yep.
Um,
Some really good players in here
oh,
too, by
wait a
the way.
minute. Uh, oh, I did like that one. Um, Spencer Strider.
Yeah, he seems to be the weakest link. He went to Derek's team, the Orioles fan from Maryland. But yeah, that he by comparison, Spencer Strider looks like the weakest link here for sure.
He
Um,
had a serious injury and elbow
yep.
surgery, and until you see him come back from that, I'm not going to take a chance.
Noah, anybody that you want to talk highly of in this round?
I think I like the Andrew Abbott pick. I think that's a good pick in that spot.
Yeah, Alex with the sneaky pick there. Andrew Abbott, the pitcher from the Cincinnati Reds. Decent mid rotation starter. Obviously Trevor Rogers, you got him and right before Alex did. So you took away the Orioles homer pick away from Alex there. So good job on that part. But yeah, you can honestly make an argument that Trevor Rogers, aside from Tyler Glasnow, but we already talked about his issues in the previous podcast. But Trevor Rogers might be the guy with the most upside of this bunch too. And there's also Drew Rasmussen. So pretty solid selections at starting pitching. But yeah, it's pretty clear that these two guys, Drew Rasmussen and Trevor Rogers, Rasmussen going to Mike's team in Washington, were miles ahead better than Andrew Abbott, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, Andrew Abbott to me, solid pitcher, mid rotation, but Trevor Rogers, like we talked about the other day, could potentially be ace material if he gets his head right. And Drew Rasmussen, when he's not injured, he has the potential to also be a very good quasi top of the rotation type of player. If we're just talking about upside here, and plus, Tampa now with a dome, that's usually hitters get frustrated playing in Tampa. So, how many players have we seen? They get traded away from Tampa and suddenly they know how to hit again. So I don't know. I'm just That's my theory. Let's see. Obviously, we can't gotta give kudos to Robert here for the Stephen Kwan pick. That's pretty damn good as well. I gotta point that out. Oh,
Yeah, I appreciate that, but I did want to ask you why did you take Chapman?
uh, just I saw the board and I saw that third base was
That's
weaker than
exactly
usual.
that's exactly what I wrote down on my notes. It looked
Yeah,
like Felipe was worried the third baseman were going to run out, so he took Chapman real quick.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
we're on the same page.
Yeah, and I'm kind of shocked that Raheel would pick Munetaka Murakami, the White Sox third baseman.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't get that.
yeah, that's just too risky for me. Even for me, that's too risky in the 10th round, especially when you got Matt Chapman available. But yeah, I just remember in the years past, third base was super deep, and this year this is the weakest I've ever seen third base in my life, and we're losing our way as a nation here. 11th
Well, we
round.
had we had a lot of third base go early in this draft.
Out of desperation, not desperation, but just realizing that the scarcity of the position for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see quickly. I like the Jeremy Pena pick. I like the Will Smith pick. Oh, well, these are the guys on the podcast. That's why I like the picks. Let's go with Noah again. Noah, we got a few starting pitchers that went in this round. Actually, five of them in this round. You yourself got Nick Lodolo, but besides Nick Lodolo, who was your favorite pitcher that was selected in this round?
I think it's a tie between Robbie Ray and Ryan Pepio.
Pick one. Pick one.
Robbie Ray.
All right, there you go. You're
I
not worried
think
about his high walk rate?
not too necessarily, and I think I'll keep his ERA a little lower than Ryan Pepio might.
Yeah. And Ryan
And
Pep, go ahead.
I think Pepio has some injury concern as well.
Hmm.
Robbie Ray not as much. I think he did have TJ, but other than that, he's been pretty fine
Yeah.
injuries wise.
Yeah, he was pretty decent on his comeback trail there. In Ryan Pepio's defense, he did play in a minor league ballpark last year. Now he's going back to the dome this year, so that should bode well for him. So yeah, let's see, Robert.
Let me give you my thoughts on round 11.
Sure, go ahead.
I when I was looking through it and I was going through the different rounds and stuff. For some reason, round 11 stuck out to me. It seemed that maybe the draft had stopped overnight at round 10 and picked up again in the morning on round 11,
Hmm.
and everybody kind of had a chance to say, wait a minute, what am I doing? Who do I need? What do I want?
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed to me in round 11, everybody made a pretty damn good pick based on what was available and what they needed for their team.
Yeah,
To me,
yeah, yeah. I guess. I mean,
I liked Wheeler in that round.
I don't like Carlos Correa ever. Not anymore. I mean, I think his best days are behind him. I think you, as a Astros fan, have something different to say about that, though. Taylor Ward is just milk toast or whatever. What did they use? I think they use
Homer
the word
pick.
oatmeal. What?
That's a homer pick.
And it's a homer pick by Derek for sure. But
He
yeah,
was very productive.
I know. He's so vanilla to me. I don't know. Teoscar Hernandez, I almost call you Bobby Noah, and I talked about Teoscar Hernandez the other day. Yeah, he seems to be in a div. Sedana Rafaela, very athletic, but just a very frustrating player to deal with. Not very skilled, very talented, but not very skilled. Michael Harris, uh, the potential's there, just not consistent enough. So it's a lot of holes. I think that the cream of the crop here were the starting pitchers, in my opinion. So that's what I'm gonna say about. That's how I'm gonna summarize the 11th round if I were to give a summary. Let's go to the 12th.
That's the
Almost.
round I got sniped.
You got okay. Let's start. Let's talk about it. Where are you? You are here. So you
No,
end up
no,
get.
11. I was sniped.
Oh, you weren't happy with your. Who'd you pick in the 11th round? Oh, Nick Lodolo. What's wrong with Nick Lodolo?
I wanted Will Smith.
Oh man. Come on, man. You know I'm all about getting jiggy with it, brother. I need a catcher, not
I
a
did too.
not a head scratcher. And as always, I just always want to marvel at Bob's draft picks back to back, Brandon Woodruff and Andy Pacas. This guy can't do anything wrong, man. He loves that 12 spot. You could tell he's in dreamland right there. Let's see
The
here.
corner is the best.
I'm sorry, what?
The corner is the best.
Which corner? Where all the ladies hang out.
when you got the back-to-back picks.
Oh yeah, that too. I like kind of like the 11th pick. You don't feel the pressure. You still have that little bit of leeway where that one guy can still make your a decision for you. I don't know. I kind of like that. I don't feel the pressure of going back to back. I can go back, take a little break, then come back and get my second pick uh in those rounds. But maybe that's just me. I do like the 11th. Maybe because I in the baseball life league I'm always winning or not winning. Sorry, I'm always competing for championships. So I either finish in first or in second. Mostly second. I'm always a bridesmaid, never the bride all the time. Anyway, I have one championship over there, just to be clear. What's there to say about the 12th round, Robert? Give me something about the 12th round. Give me anything. Synopsis.
Any
There's my pick,
uh,
Luis Robert.
who's that? Andy Pajes, Milligan, great pick.
Yeah.
He filled out when he did that. He filled out his outfield.
Oh wow.
So that was the and then I looked at your pick, Lewis Roberts. I mean, are you hoping he's going to make a big comeback this year, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I forgot. I must have felt. Well, I mean, I had Jackson Churio at center field, but I felt like I needed another center fielder maybe, and I could slide Jackson Churio to left field and then put Robert at center field and see if he does make that big comeback that we're expecting. He seems to be happy in New York. Everybody seems to like him in New York. The projections are still healthy, 20 home runs, 37 stolen bases. Not thrilled about his skill set. I mean, the 229 on batting average and 299 on base is pretty horrid. But I'm also banking on the fact that we've seen him before in the past put some respectable triple slash lines before, like in 2023 when
He
he hit
can, yeah, he can,
264 and
yeah.
gave us an 857 ops. He's not I mean, he's not on base guy. He just simply isn't on base. He doesn't have the skill for that. He's just a freak raw athlete. And he's still how old is he? 28 years old. So at the very least, he's gonna give me that power speed combination I'm always looking for. So, and I've won championships with Luis Robert before, so there's a little bit of history between me and Robert. I still like him, and if he's in a good environment like New York, then what's there to hate? I did see that we got a few, we got the current Brewers closer and the former Brewers closer going back to back here. Noah, you're impartial because Robert picked Trevor McGill. Who got the better end of the stick here? Was it Trevor McGill or Devin Williams going to Derek's team?
I think it's gonna have. I don't even know who's really going to be the closer in Milwaukee. My understanding going into these straps, it was going to be Uribe.
Right now, we just saw when you were not around. It looks like it's gonna be Trevor McGill. But I can definitely see McGill just getting traded. Wait a minute. Hold on now. Okay, so the projections have in Fantrax, I think they have McGill getting the saves and then Uribe getting all the holds. But over at the Fangraphs roster resource page, it's 1A and 1B type of situation where they think Uribe might just take over that role completely as he's projected over at Fangraphs to get 19 saves versus McGill's 11 saves. I mean, Uribe just showed out last year and became a household name, and I think that's one of the things that you're seeing
Guess
in
who has them
fantasy
both?
drafts. Oh yeah, you do. Like I said, we talked about that before Noah got in. So yeah, it's not a concern for Robert, but for universally speaking, that is a good question. This whole time I assumed it was going to be Trevor McGill, honestly. And then Abner Uribe would
Yeah.
eventually take over that spot eventually, but not this early. I did not see that one coming. Go ahead.
Yeah, in the rare situation, you've got Uribe. Yeah, I don't see the issue taking McGill. But if you don't, and you're worried about saves, I would probably go after Devin Williams. I feel like he's going to get the majority with the Mets.
Yeah, and I think Devin Williams is also ranked ahead of Trevor McGill. So, but I know Robert had a plan here, so he
Uh,
handcuffed. Go ahead.
Devin Williams is in the Cody Bellinger category. He's really good on someone else's team, not mine.
All right. Let's see. Is there anybody I want to talk about here? Look out for Sal Stewart, I guess. He's a thing. The Reds seem to always have a revolving door of prospects just coming up their system all the time, and we remember Christian Encarnacion Strand. He was a thing at one point. So, but now he's been forgotten, and here comes Sal Stewart. So I'm kind of curious to see if he can live up to those expectations. He goes to Mike Harvey's team up in Washington, and then and it's kind of curious because he picked Sal Stewart over an established veteran like Yandy Diaz. So it remains to be seen if that was the right choice or not. Let's move on to the 13th round, unlucky 13th. So yeah, I remember Noah, we talked about it. I lost out on Gabriel Moreno in the Baseball Life League, so I made sure to snatch him up in this league before I lose out on him again. So I was happy with that. Let's see. Let's start with you, Noah. Who do you want to talk about here?
I'm still going back on the conversation we had in baseball life. I'm not super sold. I know third base is kind of starting to thin out here. I'm just not incredibly sold on Barger yet. Just because of his, I think the rate stats we looked at weren't eye popping.
Yeah, he has power, but I think he also had a high strikeout rate, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna
I
double
think
check that.
so too.
So that's a cost. Who got him? Oh,
I
Derek.
think he did, but at this point, I'm not sure how many third basemen were left, and Mooney was trying to fill out his infield.
Yeah, Isaac Paredes
That
was
makes
still around,
sense.
by the way. I think I would have preferred Isaac Paredes over Addison
I don't know
Barger.
about Paredes.
Why?
I always like Paredes. I know I think he's hurt though, but I've always
He
liked it.
frustrates the hell out of me.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I guess that Barger's strikeouts weren't that bad. I mean, but yeah, 24.1%. That's not too shabby if you're gonna get 21 home runs. You can do a lot worse. He has very bad on base percentage of 301, so that's another concern. Um, so yeah, there's that. But
I thought Barger was worth taking a risk on.
all right. I think Paredes would have been a better choice. But I think Paredes, last I checked, he's hurt. Is that correct? He has some sort of injury.
I don't know.
Okay. By the way, I don't know if I was supposed to do something for waiver wire for waivers in our leagues here, but are you guys? Did any of these players go on waiver wire? Are people already picking up players? Was I supposed to do something?
I think I
I
saw
only
some of them
all I
picked
did
up.
was try to move a player to injured, and it wouldn't let me move anybody.
Yeah, you have to wait for the season to start.
No, you should be able to do it now. Why aren't we allowed? What
I,
are the many options did I not check off to make this stupid thing work? That's what I want to know. Go ahead. What were you saying, Noah?
I thought it was you had to wait till these players get a IRL
Oh,
uh,
Yeah, that's
IL
probably
designation before you can put them on the IR slot.
that's
yeah,
probably right.
that's true. Yeah, yeah, you're right
But
about that. I
waiver
thought that was
wire, I
something
didn't even
else.
try.
So was there something that I'm missing here? Lock claim drops at first game of the day, allow combined. Whatever. It's fine. Because
I looked up the rules today.
huh?
I was looking at the rules today because or the other day because someone had asked about when free agent players would be available. I think in the rules
That was me.
it says that the it says that players that go on the waiver are there for a day and then become free agents. And with
Oh,
the draft, all the players that go undrafted go to the waivers after the
yeah.
draft. And after a day, they became free
So
agents.
it's just one day. Okay, so I guess that day just went by. Oh, okay. Wait a
It
minute.
might be available now. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All
And it
right, I gotta go,
looks
guys.
all right. Are you leaving, Robert?
Yeah, I got to go get on the waiver wire.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought you were leaving now. Uh, all right. I guess the system works. Okay, so I see that Mika Bell got picked. So what is that? Sorry, this is distracting, but I gotta make sure. Yeah, he was cleaned off waivers March 18th. Okay, so the system works. All right. One less thing for me to worry about. Good job. Jeez, why do I do this to myself? I could have just anyway, I could have just Robert, we got a few center fielders that went by here. I was trying to see if Mike Trout still qualifies at center field, but let's pretend that he does. So we got
He does not.
he does not forget it then. Jacob Marcy and Chandler Simpson as the two center fielders that went here. This might be an easy one, but I want to hear from you. Who was the best center fielder in this round here?
Between those two,
Yeah.
I haven't a clue.
Oh, come on. You must have something for me.
I haven't a clue. Both of those guys, I looked at them and I said, you know what? I'm going to skip a look at you. I'm going to go on down the line. I
Okay.
swear to God.
Well, let's see if Noah has something to say about this. Who would you have gone with, Noah? Jacob Marcy or Chandler Simpson?
I'm a little more familiar with Chandler Simpson's game.
Oh
I
my
know
God.
he's a batting average and he has the potential for a higher on base percentage. And
Well,
I
yeah.
think you're going to get more steals out of him. The only problem is I think he's going to be in a he could be in a potential platoon. And I don't even think he's going to play center field this year. I know he'll qualify for it, but
Yeah. Then that's a
he could be
raise
in a
issue.
platoon with someone else in left field.
And that's a
Marcia, I feel like he's going to be the everyday center fielder in Miami.
yeah.
I think he might have a more complete hit skill set. I
Yes.
could be wrong.
I agree with that though. Yeah, Oh yeah, we did talk about this the other day. Chandler Simpson might share
Yeah.
at bats with either Johnny DeLuca or Ryan Vilade. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm just hovering over everything. Yeah, 287. Yeah, we talked about this already about Chandler Simpson. We know who he is, left-handed bat, very fast guy. But Jacob Marcy, I mean, you guys saw what he did for Team Italy this year in the World Baseball Classic. Yes, the strikeouts are a concern compared to Chandler Simpson. Um, but 14 stolen bases in only 55 games. Marcy's no slouch in that
For sure.
regard. He's no slouch in that regard. So, and like to your point, I honestly do think Marcy has a better complete game as well. And he's probably going to get more starts. He's a better power hitter, 478 slugging percentage last year in a very short amount of time. Um, Very patient hitter. But again, you can argue that, well, there's only 55 games. So we've yet to see a full season from him. And Major League Pitching has to adjust him, and they probably will adjust. But yeah, he's a patient hitter compared to Simpson, who swings wildly. But to Simpson's credit, he did possess an 81.4% outside the strike zone contact rate. That's pretty damn high. I mean, that's like Pablo Sandoval almost type of situation, almost like Luis Arias almost, right? So if you're gonna be hacking at everything, yes, we want you to make lots of contacts so you can use your speed to your advantage, right? But this is the thing that we don't like is this 84.3 exit velocity, zero barrels. So he 17.2% hard hit rate, but obviously that's not the reason why you get I'm sorry, this is not the reason why you draft a Chandler Simpson. But if you were gonna give me a choice between the two and they're both fast, give me Jacob Marcy, man. Just give me Jacob Mar. That's new team for next year. Jacob Marcy's Playground.
Huh,
They smell sex and candy.
okay.
I
Yeah.
have to say,
Oh my goodness.
Who's that lounging in my chair?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I have to
Uh,
say with Chandler Simpson, that's kind of just based off how you've built how Mike has built the rest of his team. I haven't really looked at his team, but
yeah,
there's a chance it complements the rest of his team well.
probably. I wouldn't put it past Mike. I think he had a decent draft. Raheel had a very surprising draft. I've been kind of shockingly amazed at the certain picks that he made. Because I remember that at one point, like it was Mike Harvey in Baseball Life League and then Raheel in this league that were, I was just getting mad that they were right next to me because I see not like Phil Hellmuth mad, but definitely enough for me to notice that this guy keeps taking players away from me. And I can honestly say Michael King versus Sandy Alcantara, that was an interesting matchup here in the last stages of the 13th round. But I think I'm higher on Sandy Alcantara than I am on Michael King. Robert, am I off base here? Alcantara over
Sandy
King.
Alcantara, I think he's had his run. I like Michael King.
Wow.
I like Michael
Bold,
King.
as the kids would say, based, very based. Um, I think Alcantara proved as the season went on that he was getting his groove back, coming back from the Tommy John surgery. I'm excited, but I just, I decided to go after Yuri Perez over Sandy Alcantara, so
You
you
did.
can't go after two Marlins pitchers, right? You should only have a one Marlins pitcher limit, I think, in my book. Let's move on.
I
14th
don't
round.
think you used the word based right there.
Yeah, I did. Trust me.
You
Um,
agreed with him on Alcantara being
no,
because based. If you say based, usually that means you're agreeing.
no, I think isn't base just mean that whatever you say is so unconventional that you just have to kind of admire it? Isn't that what based means? Let me, okay, now we're doing this. Was it
I
Zillennial?
don't know young people lingo.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it means that you agree with when you say it, you're agreeing with the person
I don't think
who's
that's what, I don't think that's what it means. I don't think that's what it means. Here,
or what.
base is someone who is confident in their traditional opinions of the world and not swayed by the current zeitgeist of liberal thought.
Okay,
Well,
that's helpful.
in this context, I was more saying, wow, that's completely different what I think was gonna be the answer. But I have to admire the fact that Robert is sticking to his guns. Here, base, a word used when you agree with something. Oh shit, Noah. Okay. Or when you want to recognize someone for being themselves, meaning courageous and unique or not caring what. So this is the my interpretation, the
Goes
second
both
part.
ways.
It goes both ways, just like that switch pitcher that Robert was telling me about on his team. Who was that guy again? Is it the Dutch guy?
The switch pitcher.
Yeah, on your team.
Did you can't pronounce his name?
Yeah, the Dutch guy, right?
Yeah, the Dutch guy, Kazinci.
She's Gesundheit. Bless
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Can I just admire Bob's draft? Isaac Fredis and Spencer Torkelson. Yeah, this is becoming a running
Been
gag joke.
admiring his draft all night long.
I'm, I am I am riding Bob to the championship. I'm gonna win the championship by
Got
rooting for
lucky.
for rooting for
Got
Bob's team.
lucky.
All right, whose turn is it? I don't know whose turn is it. Who wants to talk? Somebody tell me something.
Where are we at?
Here
14th
we go.
round.
Oh, the round 13.
14. Oh, you got more notes for me on 13?
I just want to tell you, round 13, the best pick was Uribe.
All right, let's go to the 14th round then. All right. What do you got for me in the 14th round then, Robert? What do you got for me?
Dang it.
You got nothing?
Now I got to look at notes, man. So I
All
was
right.
still stuck on the
I got
13th
I
round.
got something. I'm curious on your thinking of it might be maybe it's a little bit of a homer pick, but I'm curious, Rob, about Christian Walker. What made you decide to pick him instead of maybe some other first baseman like Jonathan Aranda?
In the 14th round. So I even made a note.
And
Next
this
to Christian Walker, I said I have my fingers crossed. He's going to give me, he's going to give me some home runs. And I needed a first baseman.
Uh,
And who did you say versus who?
Jonathan Aranda,
and then Wilson
Ray
Contreras in
first
the
baseman,
15th round, by the way.
or Wilson
Wilson
Contreras.
Contreras. Um, Jonathan Aranda, you know what? I had him last year
Oh, and I'm sorry,
for,
Alec
and
Burleson too was available as well.
I had Aranda for I don't know 6 weeks or something, and I was like really good, and then he had like a, a cold spell, and then I never went back to him again. I kind of
Mhm.
like him,
Yeah.
but Christian Walker. At that point, I'm looking at I need a first baseman, and I saw how many home runs he's going to hit, and I said, yeah, let me just take that, and it's a homer pick too.
Just I feel like uh, to go off of what you say, like what you said about Alcantara, I feel like Christian Walker is run his time. At his age,
Yeah,
he's
he's
already
getting there.
starting to
He's
struggle.
yeah.
There's
That's
a
why I
lot
wrote down on my notes. I wrote fingers crossed because he's
there.
got one more good season.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too, because I picked them in the Baseball Life League. Uh, uh, there's a lot of red flags for Christian Walker. That's why I kind of no, as I was telling you on the other podcast episode, that's why I want to Gabriel Moreno, but I accidentally picked Christian Walker. But instead of going back on that pick, I just said, I need a first baseman anyway. And Walker has been known to hit 30 plus home runs in a season. So, and all the Statcast numbers seem to say that maybe it was more of a issue of bad luck. more than anything. But there's a lot of red flags about Christian Walker that I don't like. There's the 27.7% strikeout rate. There's the fact that he's a very aggressive swinger and does not make a lot of contact. And he has a 15% swinging strike percentage, but the things to like, 12.9% barrel rate, 90.9 mile per hour exit velocity, 46.1% hard hit rate. But even the expected stats, as good as hard as he's hitting the balls here, his expected batting average was 233 according to Statcast. So what was his actual batting average? Let me double check. 238. So they're saying, yeah, he could have been worse. Slugging percentage, expected slugging percentage, 435. What was his slugging percentage? 421. So maybe he could have hit for a little bit more power than what he showed last year. But yeah, but it's not that big of a difference. So
Fingers crossed.
it's basically saying that he is who we thought he is. So I'm a little concerned now as a Christian Walker owner, but there's a lot to be encouraged about, but there's also a lot to be concerned about. So, but then again, I mean, all these guys, Aranda has his issues, Alec Burleson, that's a solid pick. I do like Alec Burleson a lot. I just don't know why I was. I kind of he's kind of been forgotten, but that's why I think that's why they call him sleeper picks, right? And then Wilson Contreras in Boston is an intriguing choice, but he also comes with this red flag. So yeah, even though I like to think that first base is a deep position, maybe it's not as deep as I thought it would be. So let me see. I just want to double check Alec Burleson on the other screen here. What's the difference between him and Christian Walker? Number one, Walker Burleson has a better batting eye, apparently, a lot less strikeouts, 18 home runs though, so not as many home runs as Christian Walker. Although he did play in about 15, maybe 20 less games, if I'm mathing correctly. And then I think the other issue is, are the Cardinals actually going to play him every day? Because you never know with the Cardinals; they like to mix and match their
You would think
players around.
they got rid of a whole bunch of their
Mm.
players. They're kind of rebuilding. You'd think he'd play every day, whether it's first base or right field. I think he's gonna, or DH even. I think he's gonna be in there every
And,
day.
and he's a lot younger too, so he's only what 27 maybe, and he hits the ball just as hard as Christian Walker, not with the same barrel rate, but definitely the same authority. And he's just as aggressive as Christian Walker, but makes a hell of a lot more contact. And strikeouts are not an issue with Alec Burleson. Maybe you are gonna miss out on the home runs, but it just seems like Alec Burleson is a much better all-around player, and I think it looks like guys like me and Robert fell asleep on the wheel when Alec Burleson's name came up. And just to finish the Alec Burleson thing, just to double check, is he actually going to start or what? And it looks like he is. Look at that. Number three on the lineup. Although these two guys up top, pretty risky. Pretty risky to bat in front of Alec Burleson. So that to me is, as much as I like Mason Wynn, that's a lack of RBI opportunities for Alec Burleson at this point. So that's where we are with the
That's true.
situation. All right, let's go back to the 14th round. What were we? Oh, we were talking about Christian Walker. So Robert answered that question. Um, got a few closers that went. Raisel Iglesias, Ryan Helsley, Griffin
Helsley,
Checks. Yep.
Helsley.
Yes. Oh, he's
My
the.
notes right here say Helsley, Hales no. There were plenty of good relievers out there.
Yeah,
Why Helsley?
probably because he has the job and yeah. And I know Mike, he's a Cardinals fan, so he still remembers Ryan Helsley with the Cardinals, maybe. I don't know.
And
I would have preferred
in
Raisel
Baltimore,
Iglesias. Yeah, and he was pretty bad to finish the season last year too. So
You'd have to
that's
hope he fixed his. You'd have to hope that he fixed his pitch tipping problem that he had with the Mets.
who Ryan Helsley.
Yeah,
I
I'm
well,
pretty sure
he
that's what it was. He was tipping his pitches. I think Trevor May made a video about it.
oh wow, he was with the Mets at one point. I thought he was always with the Cardinals. Wow.
He got traded to them at the deadline.
Oh
He was
yeah.
like a setup guy for them. We're
That ex
supposed to be a setup guy.
that explains a lot. But yeah, he had a 1.54 whip last year, and I could have sworn he had a much better season than that. So that I'm with Robert. Hell no is what I told myself because I was ready to pounce on him, but then I saw, beyond the 21 saves, I saw that the 1.54 whip and the where the hell's the ERA? Oh, the 4.50 ERA. Like, no, no, thank you. But I would have preferred Rice Iglesias out of this bunch here. All right. And also, I just want to point out that, yes, I did grab Francisco Alvarez as my third catcher. And as I told you, Noah, as soon as I saw Kyle Teal go down, like, I just kind of gave up on that. But I saw Francisco Alvarez still available. I said, why not? Let's go with the third catcher. And now I'm happy with my catching crew here. To the
In my
15th.
notes, I have a question mark that says, "Why three catchers?"
It's like it's like the tight end league, the two tight end league that we're in. I feel that
Listen,
you do need three tight ends in fantasy football when you're playing in a
okay,
two
well,
tight end league.
when we play football, we'll talk.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've gotten three tight ends before. What are you talking about? Like you think I'm not practicing what I preach? What's going on?
Look, in round 14, Mackenzie Gore.
What about him?
I think he was overlooked. I think he was a great pick in round 14.
Oh, okay. All right.
think he
Cool,
was saying
man.
about. I think he was saying that the three catcher needing three catchers doesn't apply to baseball like three tight ends does to football.
I disagree. My goal in every one of these two catcher leagues that I'm in is to get three catchers. Whether I can actually practice what I preach or not, that's always up for debate because it doesn't always work out that way. But Francisco Alvarez has always been a very highly touted prospect at catcher. And he, in limited time last year, he did show that vaunted power that made him such an intriguing offensive-minded catcher when he was coming up with the Mets farm system. And if you're gonna give me a guy with that much upside and that's still available, I might as well just grab him, especially in a two catcher league. And catchers, they get hurt a lot. They don't play as often. So it's gonna be nice to have that revolving door at catcher and just pick the guy who I don't know, has the most recent hot streak or whatnot. I mean, I think I got a couple of good guys. I think I got Will Smith and Gabriel Moreno. So you got Will Smith, who's like the best, one of the better overall hitters at catcher. Gabriel Moreno, who's a big contact guy, who is I think he's ready to take a big step forward. And Francisco Alvarez is just a big power bat. Am I thinking too much into this? Probably. But what other choice did I have? I could have been stuck with Christian Walker and his high strikeout rate, Joe
I,
Adele
th-
and
I
his
think
high strikeout rates. You
I
don't
think
trust?
he could have got that catcher a few rounds later.
I don't think so. Not in a two catcher league. I just think the upside was too good, too great to pass up. I mean, you saw how happy you saw Sean in the other league, Noah, shocked that it took him this long for Francisco Alvarez to be selected. And that league has at least three or four Mets fans. So I don't know. I mean, and
You
then
can only
look,
play, hey, Felipe, you can only play two catchers at a time.
yeah, yeah. I said that I'll be happy playing revolving door at catcher. I don't mind that. I'm actually good with that. And going back, who would prefer? I mean, Christian Walker, we just talked about his high strikeout rate. Joe Adele has a high strikeout rate. We talked about Jonathan Aranda having, streakiness issues. Alec Burleson might have been the safe pick here. I think maybe I should have gone that route, but just didn't seem like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think that highly of Alec Burleson. Otherwise, I would have picked him. Jeff Hoffman had his struggles last year. Kenley Jansen is like 56 years old. I know age is not a thing
Oh,
to worry about in this
you're
league,
gonna
but
regret you're gonna regret that one.
well, I like my relief pitcher core anyway. So Wilson Contreras, former catcher, I ended up picking him as what I think he's my number one first baseman, maybe. I
There
forgot who
you
I
go.
picked
You
at
have
first
four
base.
catchers. You have four catchers on
I
your
hope
team.
so. I hope so. You guys are gonna be crying like, I got no catchers. Everybody's hurt.
He's not
I
going to
got
get
four
catcher
catchers.
eligibility.
What was that, Noah?
He's not going to get catcher eligibility.
No, but one can dream, right? But I'm also hoping that I also picked Ivan Herrera, who only qualifies at the util slot. But my hope is that he does get catcher qualification. He only needs 5 games, so I'm hoping that he gets to 5 games. And now I have either way, I'm gonna get four catchers, right? And more catchers is better than less
Good
catchers.
luck to you, buddy.
I mean, that's I did it last year. I did it last year, and I relied heavily on prospect catchers getting me through week by matchup to matchup, and I made it to the championship game. So it can work. You just gotta play your cards right, you know. And it's better than going to freaking waiver wire and looking to see if Robinson Chirinos is available. I'm not doing that. I got
I
Francisco Alvarez.
think in baseball life league, I spent the whole season picking up catchers from waiver wire.
Yeah, I mean I've done it before. I'd rather not go through that though. I mean I got if I need a catcher, why go to waiver wire when I can just go to my bench? Makes you think. Wilson, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, who's my first base? Oh, Wilson Contreras is my starting first baseman. So yeah, Rangers, and then yeah, Rangers Suarez, I guess, but he's now pitching in Boston, so that's kind of risky. Brian Reynolds, vanilla outfielder. Edward Cabrera. I think maybe I should have gone with Edward Cabrera over a third catcher, maybe, but I was hoping to get him in the next round. But obviously, having a Cub fan in this league who likes to pick a lot of Cubs players is not going to happen. Maybe Jacob Wilson, but what at that point I already had Bobby Witt Jr. Xander Bogaerts could have been gotten cheaper, so I eventually get Xander Bogaerts as my backup shortstop, and I still was eyeing Colson Montgomery as the high upside guy. There's Daniel Palencia, but I wasn't looking to draft the closer. Ryan Nelson, Noe Marti, and Matt McClain. I don't know. A lot of these players, they're nice players, but it's just something to be said about having that high upside third catcher on the bench. Let's face it, Francisco Alvarez should be number one catcher for a lot of these teams. For some reason, a lot of you guys slept on him, and I reap the benefits. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it as we go get halfway through the draft. We talked about some of these guys already in the 15th round. I don't know. Noah, what do you want to talk about in the 15th round? You tell me. You want to talk about Daniel Palencia, don't you?
I do think he's a good pick, and Jacob Wilson too.
Yeah.
Kind of like him, especially depending on how Mike's building his team again. I feel like Jacob Wilson's a good pick, especially if maybe some of your other guys are lacking on base and batting average. Doesn't steal a
Let's
lot of bases compared to other guys that might hit for that
N-
average. And
No, he's a highly skilled, highly contact guy, and he's like a slightly better version of Chase Meinroth. Although Chase Meinroth is expected to steal more bases, from what I remember. Who's this guy again? Who's the? Oh, it's Mike's team. So Tony La Russa. Let's check out his team really quick. Let's share the screen here. All right. Oh, I mean, this guy. Look at this guy. Xavier Edwards. So he already has a Jacob Wilson clone, but Edwards obviously has the upside to get close to 30 stolen bases. And you got to love this too, the batting average and the on base percentage. Really good projections. And then Michael Garcia, high contact. So there's a type that Mike likes here. He likes those high contact guys with the high stolen bases and respectable, more than respectable on base percentages. So I think he played this very beautifully this year.
kind
Mike
of
did.
like kind of evens out some of the lower rate stats you might see from Teoscar or Kerry Carpenter
Yeah, and then
or
Bryce
Scott Stewart, maybe. I
and
don't know what
also
he's going to do.
limits the he kind of counterbalances the strikeouts with some of these pesky contact guys as well.
Yeah.
And then Ronald Acuna, who's just a godly player. It's really not fair. Yeah, there's Harry Ford, my guy. So yeah, no, it's a really good draft, but this is a really good roster by Mike. Good hitting roster by Mike. All right, let's go back to it. Jacob Wilson was what you talked about. Robert, give me someone you did not like in this round.
Round 15. Hmm.
Yes.
I don't know that there was somebody I really hated in round 15.
Of course there is.
I loved my pick.
Hmm.
I thought your pick was a pretty good pick for the in the 15th round. I think Wilson Contreras could have probably gone higher. I like Palencia in this round.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, Ryan Nelson, I don't know. Nobody I really hated.
Jeff Hoffman would be my pick just because he was so bad late in September last season. And Robert, in the Mardi Gras League, I had him, and he just kind of we were talking about, you got out to a really good start, Felipe, and then in the second half you just kind of obliterated. Well, here's the main reason why, right? One of the main reasons, Jeff Hoffman. So
He's
I I avoided
he's
him this
very
year.
up and down.
No, not when he was with the Phillies. He was automatic with the Phillies. He goes to the Toronto and suddenly it just
Yeah,
self-destructs.
yeah.
Yeah, never again, I guess. 16th round. Let's see. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about in the 16th round? You tell me. Go ahead. Someone blurt
Why?
something out.
What's with Jack Caglianone?
Oh, I got him.
I
I,
know. That's why I'm asking you.
what do you want to ask? What about him?
What's the upside with this guy?
A big power number, big corner outfield power bat. He plays for Team Italy this in the World Baseball Classic, and
Of course, he plays for Italy. He's a Caglianone.
Caglianone, Paisa. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you needed a fourth outfielder. We get four outfielders, that extra outfield slot. So I made a point to get a guy with a decent upside. But yeah, mostly coming from a power perspective more than anything. Noah, you got anything for me in this round? Oh, by the way, again, like I mentioned in the other one, remember no, I mentioned I get Lawrence Butler in all my mock drafts, but then when it came to the real draft, I struck out on Lawrence Butler either in both of these. Yeah, but for some reason, I think I just fell in love with the fact of getting Jack Caglione and maybe the potential to get a guy with potentially give me a high on base percentage.
What do you
Anyway,
think about Jack Leader?
I like it. This year, I like him. I think we've been kind of waiting on Jack Leiter to
Leader,
kind.
Lighter,
Well,
Leotair.
I mean, his daddy was lighter, so he's lighter. What, right? Wasn't it was Mark Leiter or no, that's his
I
uncle,
guess.
right? Who was his dad? Al Leiter. Al Leiter was his dad, right? Anyway,
I don't know.
go ahead.
Yeah, I think so because I think his cousin Mark Leiter Jr. Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so Jack Leiter, we know who he is. He came with a lot of hype. It took him forever to get this stuff together in the farm system there in Texas. Lots of ups and downs, but I think last year he kind of turned the corner. And this is the quintessential post hype prospect sleeper because even I didn't notice that he had pitched 29 games and 151 innings. I slept on him last year and got to 148 strikeouts. So, I mean, he's still learning on the job and he's only, 25 years old. So, I mean, as you guys know, pitching is really hard to master in Major League Baseball. But Jack Leiter has the tools, he has the prospect pedigree, he has the genetic pedigree because his dad was a pitcher. So, there's a lot to like, and it looks like he's finally turning the corner. So, I do like it here. Would I do I prefer Jack Leiter or Emmett Sheehan? But it just goes back to what we talked about earlier on. Is I don't trust the Dodgers this year, so I guess in that regard, Jack Leiter over Emmett Sheehan. I don't know who this Tatsuya Emai is. I do
Hmm.
know that he's with the Astros, but I don't
I got
remember.
sniped on that shit.
Oh, geez. So that's why you got
I
Dalen Lyle, huh? Okay.
well, I had
yeah.
Maye on my list. He's it's one of those people you hear of and you say, "Oh, look, I'll take a flyer on him." And
Yeah.
before I could even get a chance, he was gone. I didn't
Jeez.
think he would go until way later.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a bit of uncertainty with him, I think, just coming over to the States.
Plus, the fact that it's the Astros, I think they have a lot of unresolved issues in their rotation. It's going to come down, my opinion, it's going to come down to the last minute or so to for them to announce who their six-man rot. And that's the other thing, where it's a six-man rotation. Very frustrating to have a six-man. Not as frustrating in a weekly league as it is in a semi-weekly league. Wait, did I say that right? I think it's more frustrating if you're dealing with a six-man rotation starting pitcher in a weekly league than in a semi-weekly league because you can actually adjust for those matchups. But yeah, Hunter Brown, Christian Javier, Tatsuya Emai is the third guy on the rotation according to roster resource. Mike Burrows, the former Pirates pitcher who was at one point one of the high-end prospects for them. He's the number four guy. Lance McCullers coming back from injury, and Ryan Weiss, 29-year-old, out of Arizona Diamondbacks, I guess. No, free agent out of the KBO. My bad. Free agent out of the KBO. He's a sixth guy. So, yeah, you know how the Astros are with their six-man rotation. So that's probably why he Tatsuya went so late. I just noticed that in the 18th round, Shota Imanaga went in the 18th round, which is we talked about it the other day, right? Noah, that we thought he
Yeah,
might have gone too early, and in this league he goes super late, I think. I just saw him in the 18th round.
I like that. I like that pick in this round better than
I thought it was a
probably
pretty good pick in the 18th
baseball
round.
pick. Yeah.
I agree. Where were we? We were in the 17th round, right? Oh, you because you asked me about we were in the 16th round. We're never gonna get this done. Um, yeah. Oh, Kate Horton's a really good pick. Yeah,
I like that pick by
yeah,
known Cardinals or known Cubs fan Rahil.
yeah. Raheel, the Cardinals fan, who's frequently a Cardinals a Cubs fan. Let's go to the
Yeah.
17th round. Somebody say something over there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Somebody want to blurt out something? Just if you see a player you like or don't like, just blurt it out. First come, first serve.
Oh, no, I don't think so. You didn't like my Lyle pick?
He's okay. He's all right. It's not too shabby. This late,
Bob
yeah.
must be Bob must be just looking for stolen bases with Victor Scott there.
Oh yeah. I mean, if
There's not really too much more desire from him from a fantasy standpoint outside of stolen bases.
yeah,
Agreed.
yeah. I mean, he does have some on base potential, but yeah, and it also depends what the Cardinals are doing too. I mean, let's go back because I don't remember if they have him starting. Yeah, Victor Scott the second batting ninth, and he's projected to hit 226 this year with a 299 on base percentage, if we are to believe the projections. So, I want to point out, I always got to mention, I love how much I love the Caleb Durbin picks. This one going to Angel. I don't know if Angel got him in the other draft as well, but I'm a big fan of Caleb Durbin. Well, I like the Kyle Teal pick, but only if he's a third catcher.
Yeah, there you go. Then you need six catchers.
Yeah, because you need to handcuff him with Edgar Carroll. So,
Oh, that's it.
Matt has Drake Baldwin, Carson Kelly at his at his starting catching positions, and then he has Kyle Teal as his third catcher on the bench, and that's it. So yeah, Kyle Teal third catcher. So great pick there. If
Hmm.
by Nyland there. No biased opinion by me. I ended up getting Kyle Manzardo because I figured I needed another first baseman to match up with Wilson Contreras. So there you go. I got a right-handed hitter and a left-handed first baseman as well. So good for me. I sang the praises of Mason Wynn the other day. He actually goes to the Cardinals fan. Evan Carter, I guess post-hype sleeper, I guess. I love the Jeremiah Estrada pick. You can't go wrong with the Padres relief pitcher in my book. All right, let's move on to the
True.
18th round. 18th round, 18th round. We talked about Imanaga. We talked about Laureano might be sneaky. Ramon Laureano. And you know the
Is
best
he
part? Go ahead.
is he projected to play every day or is he gonna platoon in the outfield?
I last I checked, he was projected to play every day. I'll double check right now. Let's take a look at the roster resource. Yeah, left field. Who's his competition?
Okay.
Nick Castellanos? Pah! Ty France? Oh no, not Ty France. Bryce Johnson. I don't even know who that guy is.
He's like a bench guy.
Yeah, clearly. So,
Okay. I think
yeah,
just last year he was platoon with O'Hearn, but O'Hearn's gone now.
yeah, yeah. So I liked Laureano coming into the season, and I was getting him in a lot of my mock drafts, but just wasn't able to get him in this one. But I got Jack Caglione. What do I need him for? I don't need
Hmm.
no Laureano. Shane McClanahan going to Noah's team in the middle of the 18th round. That's a shrewd pick by you there.
He hasn't pitched in 2 years.
Yeah,
That's
just
that's why it's a
there's
shrewd
some good
pick.
upside there with him. Feel like just trying to build up some pitching depth on the bench there.
I got you. It's round 18. I got you.
Yeah, kind
Uh,
of look for those reclamation guys in the later rounds.
this would be the time to do it. Absolutely, this would be the time. We saw Aaron and the other league do it with Blake Snell and somebody else. I forgot the other guy's name, but here's Noah's pitching staff. I I mean, the really good relief core here with Mason being led by Mason Miller. Pitching, the starting rotation is led by Chris Sale, and then you got Nick Lodolo as your wild card, and then on the bench you got Connolly Early, which we talked about. I guess I slept on him, didn't pay attention, and then there's Shane McClanahan, who's projected to get 138 strikeouts in 111 innings. I think everybody would gladly take that if he is healthy. Chad Patrick, we talked about him, and it's a really good. By the way, it's a really good pitching rotation there, Noah. Really good. Really, I got to commend you for this. And then you got Kirby Yates, who what's he gonna do? 11 holds and maybe get some saves.
He,
And
I read about Kirby Yates. I think the Ben Joyce is supposed to be their closer, but he's hurt. So I think Yates is projected to at least start the season as the closer.
yep, or maybe Drew Pomeranz, and they also signed Jordan Romano. But you can probably say that Yates is in the lead. Although I didn't realize he was 39 years old.
I just
Geez,
grabbed him for relief pitcher depth there
and
when
he's
I drafted
also
him late in the draft.
yeah, I don't blame you for that because he's also projected to get the highest strikeout per nine inning out of any of the relief pitchers here for the Angels. But the Angels actually have some options. I mean, Nick Sandlin, who for a long time was a guy you could trust for the Guardians,
Yeah.
and then Chase Silseth, who used to be a highly touted prospect for them. Now he's pitching long relief, but who's to say that they're not gonna just say, let's make him the closer, right? So not the
They
best
could.
options, but options on the list. What's that?
Yeah, I was just to say, yeah, they could probably pick any of these guys to close games if they wanted to, but I think what I read was that Yates is gonna start the year as a closer,
All right.
or at
Let's
least the favorite.
yeah, I got you. I got you. But yeah, I like the McClanahan pick. I like these bullpen guys here too, Robert Suarez and Ryan Walker. I was actually thinking of getting Ryan Walker in this round, and I decided to, well, Raheel got him instead. But I was happy with Xander Bogaerts as my backup middle, or not even my backup, just my starting middle infielder. So hopefully he continues to bounce back. Down there in San Diego. And there's Robert with the Zach Gallen pick, which is pretty damn good this late in the draft.
I think so.
Bounce back candidate, that's pretty damn good.
I think
I was
he's.
kind of surprised he was still there.
Yeah, people are down on him this year, but I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised.
I think he's run his time.
Oh, that's it for him? You think it's all downhill from here, like Newfound Glory? What's up?
How old is he? I forget how old he is.
I'm gonna guess 32 years old.
He's at 32, then maybe there is still hope. Maybe I'm just confusing his age with Merrill Kelly.
And Merrill Kelly's the old guy, but Merrill Kelly can pitch. But you know my theory on pitchers,
Yeah.
on starting pitchers. Sometimes older is better, and we're both off. Zach Allen, 30, 31 years old.
Okay, so maybe there's still some hope he can
I mean,
come back.
I get the concern. Yeah, he's
Seeing
Zach
his
Allen entering
numbers
his.
dip the way they have just is a little alarming. But I guess this late in the draft, can't go too wrong with him.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, last year he put up a lot of innings pitched, which is a category that we score
Yeah.
on, and he had a lot of good quality starts.
to the
I can't
ninth,
fault you for that.
to the 19th round we go, and we got a couple of old guys who get injured a lot. Well, maybe not so much JT Realmuto because he's just a catcher, but definitely Stanton. You want to talk about catchers there, Noah? What'd you say?
I was just pointing out a lot of catchers got taken this round.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you take Francisco Alvarez as your third catcher. Everybody starts to panic. Who's the since you brought it up, Noah? Who's the best catcher on this list? We got JT Realmuto, Samuel Basallo, Austin Wells, Tyler Stevenson, and Logan O'Hoppe.
Tough to say on Basallo just because he's a prospect. You don't a limited time last year. You don't know what he's going to do. Remuto's still got a good shot to probably be the best offensive guy. But then you got two guys in Austin Wells and Logan O'Hoppe that could still be pretty good.
Yeah. What about you, Robert? Who was the best catcher
Tyler
of this
Stevenson.
bunch?
Tyler
You,
Stevenson.
you think so?
Yeah.
Man, I'm kind of fatigued about Tyler Stevenson. I'm ready to move on with Samuel Basallo as the next guy up here. And I was hoping to target him in these drafts, and I just couldn't pull the trigger. But when you got a Francisco Alvarez, you don't really need a Samuel Basallo anymore. Yep. Jack Flaherty going in the 19th round. That's kind of like the same way I feel about Zach Gallen in the 18th round. I feel the same way about Jack Flaherty, and that's why I drafted him in the 19th round. So good pick, Felipe. Thanks, Felipe. There's your guy, Ian Seymour, Noah, going to Jake's
Yeah,
team.
I don't.
You
I
don't
don't really understand picking him in a
t-
categories league at all,
telling you, man.
unless
It's
you're Aaron.
well, Jake doing his best Aaron impersonation. What's that, Robert?
I like Jack Flaherty.
Yeah, yeah, I like him too. And Noah Cameron, I don't know much about Noah Cameron, but I keep seeing good things about him. But yeah,
He was pretty good last year.
I'm sorry, what?
He was pretty good last year.
Oh, okay,
I liked
okay.
him. I think I had him on a fantasy team or two last year.
Well, this
He
year
was pretty
he's
good.
projected to hold on, I'm in the wrong thing here. He's
Noah
pro
Cameron is in Kansas City,
Yes, I know, I know.
and
Uh
and and as far as I'm concerned, Kansas City is where pitchers go to die.
this team looks pretty good this year, though. I gotta give it to them. They look actually pretty competitive this year. I would not be surprised if they win the division and pull the rug out of the Tigers this year. Noah Cameron projected to get 120 strikeouts and 142 innings pitched with a 4.20 ERA, but he's 26 years old. And what else is about him? What else about him is intriguing? Let's see. No, he has good control that limits his walks. That's good. That's a good thing. He showed that he can limit his home runs a little bit, although but I think the Royals are still considered a pitcher friendly ballpark. Royal Stadium's it, I believe. 2.99 ERA, but the peripherals did not like him. I think all of the ERA peripherals have him as a guy who will post a ERA over 4. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, let's move on. Let's keep going. But yeah, 19th round, Noah Cameron. There's Ryan Jeffers. Bob likes Ryan Jeffers. Is that who you got in the other draft there, Noah?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we talked about him already, so we don't need to talk about him anymore.
I like Dylan Dingler though.
Who is this guy?
I feel like a lot of
Man,
people are John Boy
he's
guys are high on
awesome.
him.
Is he?
Yes.
Is he as awesome as Francisco Alvarez though? Dylan Dingler. Okay, let's see what the Tigers have in mind for catcher this year. Since
Him.
go ahead.
I think what they have in mind for catcher is him.
Oh, okay. I thought there was. Oh, Jake Rogers. I was thinking of about him. Yeah. Okay.
Dylan
So
Dingler is I think he's the kind of the new guy in town when it comes to their catcher. Between him and Rogers, Dingler I think was highly touted prospect for them, I think.
okay. Let's
Seems to
see.
like
We'll
him.
double check that in just a bit. But he's projected to get 13 home runs, 245 batting average, and a 404 slugging percentage. Dylan Dingler, 27 years old. What was his prospect report from 2024? So he's already not a prospect anymore. Obviously, 27 years old. Power, decent power, and a very good fielding catcher. He's gonna strike out a lot, but there's other aspects of his skill set, like his power, athleticism, and arm strength, should enable him to be a lower end starter at his peak. And anything else about him, doesn't walk a lot. But 327 on base, yeah, you'll gladly take that for sure. For sure. Let's move on. There's our guy Garrett Whitlock, who ended up being the scapegoat for Team America, but Aaron Nola had a hell of a performance for Team Italy. Robert, anybody else you want to talk about here?
We're in round 20. Again, I like Dingler. I really do. I had him
Okay,
last year. He was great.
okay,
Uh, uh, Jose Caballero.
yes, the horse.
He, man, he's so good for stolen bases, and I had him on my list as a tick for watch for stolen bases. And I'm waiting for the latest round that I can possibly pick him
Hmm.
because I want to get him for those stolen bases, but I don't want to spend good draft picks on him. So
Yeah, and I
I
see.
like him for stolen bases, but I don't know why I would take him in the 20th.
Yeah, because I see that you took Jackson Holiday instead. I was hoping to take him. I was hoping to take him in one of these drafts, and that's another guy I struck. I got him in all my mock drafts, but I couldn't get him in the real drafts. But you chose Jackson Holiday over Jose Caballero, so obviously you're chasing the pedigree there, and the fact that Jackson Holiday can provide some stolen bases.
Well,
Not,
Holiday's young. He's going to do stuff. Caballero, he's going to give you stolen bases. That's it.
and that's it. Yeah, so at least Holiday can give you better all around game. But yeah, also I see that Noah got the center fielder of everybody's favorite late round center fielder, the guy who can hit 30 home runs in Yankee Stadium, Trent Grisham. So good job on your part there. Is he your backup or is he actually starting for you, Noah?
He's going to start, but there's like a small twinge of hope and crossing the fingers that Mike Trout's going to play some center field this year and he stays healthy.
Okay. Otherwise, you have to rely on.
Trent Grisham. Yep. Or I
Oh, you don't have
think he's
any.
got some. Let me double check here.
You don't have any. No, I got it right here. Your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got your team up here right here. Yeah, you don't have an extra. You don't have another center fielder.
Yep. That's it.
That's wait. What about
I
your?
think
Oh, right here, Kevin
Trout.
Alcantara. When he gets called up, he'll be your starting center fielder.
I know Trout told Kurt Suzuki he wants to play more center field this year, so I think they're going to be looking into that.
Yeah, good luck with that. I think that's it for him. I think he should just stick at DH or at this point, or learn how to play first base. Be like the Albert Pujols of first baseman with the California Angels of Anaheim.
He's just going to
Um,
play 5 games in center field, and then I can put him there.
Jesus Christ. All right. All right. Well, that's a lot of good picks. I like the bullpen guys here. Robert Garcia, Garrett Whitlock. I mentioned them already, I think. We talked about John Cooley in the other podcast. Rahil's having himself a hell of a draft, I think. But watch when I see his team overall, it's gonna suck. But no, it's been pretty good. Not a fan of Dennis Santana. I don't like him, but somebody has to close games in Pittsburgh, so I get the allure. 21st round, Matthew picked Mickey Moniak over Colton Cowser, and I just don't see it that way. I think Colton Cowser would have been the better choice to start out the 21st
Definitely.
round. Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
And I think Spencer Steer also qualifies in outfield, so he would have been the better. I think I would have preferred that over Mickey Moniak in that regard. But I know to Matthews' defense, I guess Mickey Moniak, former first round pick overall for the Philadelphia Phillies, a long, long, long time ago. But hey, guys, we all know who the best draft pick in the 21st round was. It's Luis Arias going to my team.
Oh my God.
Don't let Melvin know because I that's one bullshit. You did not like him at all the last few years, and now you get him to your team. I think you're turning around on Luis Arias. I mean, 21st round for a guy who has a lot of contact, makes a lot of contact. I think that's good value. Good value at this point. Not a prime guy on my team, just a good backup and my default util guy. I was thinking of getting Michael Waka, but no, I chose Luis Arias. Chose Lisa Arias here. Marcelo Zuna. Oh, Noah believes that Marcelo Zuna is due to continue to be consistent and maybe a little bit of a bounce back. Is that your hope here too?
Yep, that's the hope there.
How
Why
old is he now?
35, I think? No, I'm checking right now. I'm gonna guess 35. 35, yes.
Easy.
He's 35. I don't
He's
know
not
how.
going to be arrested or anything?
Hopefully not. Yeah,
There's
he
also some there's also some hope with my team that I can get let's see here.
yeah, he got off to a really
Yeah.
hot start last year, April and May, and then things just fell apart in June. Go ahead.
There's also some hope here I can Owen Casey starts playing well for the Marlins and I can just play him for either Trout or Ozuna as well.
Okay. All
So
righty.
Ozuna feels like kind of a safe pick that late in the draft to put in my util spot.
Yeah, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby. I like the Blake Snell pick here and the by Tyler. Like if you're gonna pick Blake Snell, that would be the time to do it. So you could do a lot worse. Reed Detmers, though, I don't know about Reed
That's
Detmers.
like
No,
I'm
that's
done with
Ian
him.
Seymour for me.
I'm sorry, what?
That's Seymour for me.
Oh,
What
jeez.
is his quality though? Like, isn't he just like a reliever
For
at
now,
this point
but
in his career?
the Angels cannot make up their mind what they want to do with him because Reed Detmers was someone that came up through their system as a starting pitcher, but right now he is where the okay, so he's listed as a relief pitcher,
Yeah.
but he's also roster resource. He's the number three starting pitcher for that team at the moment. Make it make sense, but the Angels don't have a lot of depth. And I think maybe someone got hurt, maybe. No, I don't see any starting pitcher of note. And then if you want to see who's at AAA, oh, I thought I was sharing. If you want to see who's at AAA that might pose some competition for any of these guys, we have Sam Aldegheri. Oh, Caden Dana, right? That at one point he was the number one guy pitching prospect for the Angels. Alek Manoah,
Oh,
right?
he's not projected for the rotation.
Nope. He might need some more polish in the minors. Remember Huascar Yanoa? I remember Huascar Yanoa from the Braves. You guys are not impressed? Okay.
no.
Yeah, I remember him.
I remember him. So yeah,
I was
read
trying to
them.
remember if he was a White Sox or not.
What's that?
I was trying to remember if Noah was also a White Sox player at one point.
Maybe doesn't matter.
Might have been
Uh
another guy I'm thinking of.
so Tyler Rogers going to Robert's team. Chasing the holds here. Anything else that I might have missed in this round? Let's go with
Yes,
Robert. Go ahead.
Tyler Rogers, right?
I just mentioned him.
I know the holes, right?
Yes.
His ERA is also below two. His WHIP is below one. His batting average against is 229. These are the kind of late player picks that I like to. That's why it makes it interesting. It's around 21.
Oh yeah. Well, that would be the time to shore up your bullpen. A lot of people chose to shore up their bullpen early on, and guys like you and me, we're doing it late in the draft, I guess, because there's just so many bullpen guys. I don't know. It's part of the argument that I was part of the discussion that Noah and I had in the last episode. I'm not gonna rehash that right now. Let's go to the 22nd round. We're getting there. We're getting there. Robert, give me someone that you want to talk about here.
Uh, I thought Max Muncy was a good pick you had there.
I agree. I agree. Oh, that's your guy, Max Muncy? Okay.
Well, I mean, looking at what's in the round, Bomb, whatever you
Eh,
want to call him. He's good on the categories. He's going to be up in the upper levels of the categories. Low strikeout rate.
hmm. Going
But I
to
liked Muncy. I thought you did a good job there. Cody Senga, good job.
Oh yeah, that was a surprise to see that he was still available. Wow.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
crazy. Crazy, crazy. Um yeah, Max Muncy is my backup corner infielder and backup util guy. So when Max Muncy's your backup corner infielder and util guy, I think you're doing something right. So I'll
Yeah,
put
I
my
looked.
up.
I looked at your lineup and I saw what you were doing. But I think I had him in the same position last year. I used him as that utility backup reserve,
Yeah.
and if somebody was out, boom, he was great fill in.
Oh yeah, when he was healthy, he all he did was produce. I think him wearing those glasses made a world of difference. I think that's
Yeah.
been brought up before by Chris Welsh. Chris Welsh, who's a pretty famous fantasy sports guy, baseball guy, fantasy baseball guy. Let's see. Noah, what do you got for me? What do you want to talk about?
Not to toot my own horn, but I like my Shane Smith pick this late quite a bit.
All right, so did I, but I can already hear the people. They're like, "What about my player? What about my team?
Brendan
Anybody?
Donovan.
Brendan Donovan?
I was kind of looking at him at some point too for a middle infield slot. I
Yeah, so
think
was
he
I. I'm not gonna lie.
good batting average and on base. I know it might go down a little bit being in Seattle, but I still like that pick this late in the
Yeah.
draft.
Brandon Donovan going to Jake Chase's team over there in Springfield. Okay. Jordan Beck, I never know what to make of him. I look at him and sometimes I like him and sometimes I don't, but he's going to Alex's team. And there's your Edgar Carroll pick. We just talked about him earlier on. Going to Robert's team, Royce Lewis, getting one more chance with Derek's team. Let's move on to the 23rd round. Let's talk about guys that we did not like. Noah, start with you. Tell me someone you did not like in this round
I think I've talked about this before. I'm not
with Dalton Varsho.
super crazy about Varsho. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it's probably an okay pick for it's okay pick for this late in the round, but I'm just not completely sold on him as a starter.
What?
Also,
Go ahead.
not
Go ahead.
sure on Joey Cantillo. Joey
Yeah.
Cantillo.
Yeah. I like him, but there's he needs to work on his craft, and the Guardians need to make up their mind already as to who they want to have in their rotation. As of right now, on roster resource, Cantillo is the fifth starting pitcher with who's competing there. Let me share the screen here for you
Messick, I
guys.
think.
Yeah, Parker Messick is one guy. There was another person I'm forgetting. Oh, Daniel Espino might get some touches, or if he ever comes back from his never-ending shoulder injury. But you got to look out for him. At one point, was the number one prospect for the Guardians, and then his shoulder blew up. Weirdly tragic what happened to his career there. But if I see Daniel Espino, I still keep an eye on him, and I still believe in him. Let's go back up top. It was between, like you mentioned, Parker Messick and Logan Allen. The Robert, the other Logan Allen, the real Logan Allen, not the fake one. You said Parker Messick. I didn't see him anywhere. Where the hell is he?
He was on the top of the AAA list, I
Oh,
think.
my bad. I missed it. Yeah. So
I
now,
was I was reading about him because I was kind of interested in picking up Messick. I was saying that he's the one with all the options compared to the other guys also competing, like all the minor league options. So he might start the season in AAA.
yeah, he might be tough man out there. Let's see, 50 future value, 50 fastball, 50 slider, 50 curveball. There's the changeup that's going to be his bread and butter, and he already has decent command for a young guy. Messick has profile as a low variance number four lefty starter with a plus changeup for a while now. This is a number four lefty starter with all these impressive prospect grades. That's crazy to me. He's just a number four starter with all these impressive prospect grades that Fangraphs is giving him. That's just insane. But okay, well, they're the experts and I'm not. And he
I'm sure
looked,
he'll see time at some point.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sure he'll see some time in the rotation at some point.
Yeah. And he looked the part during his seven start debut in 2025. And obviously, while we're here, might as well see his minor league numbers. What did he do in the past at AAA last year? Jesus, 10.85 K per nine. Walk rate went up a little bit when he went to AAA. So, but that's kind of to be expected. They all can't be perfect. But double A, 11.6 K per nine and only a 2.88 walk per nine. So he has shown in the past that he can control those walks. So pretty impressive stuff. It's the Guardians. We know what we're getting from them. They're a pitching factory at this point. They will take your crappy pitchers and turn them into diamonds.
Did
Diamonds
we
in the
see Joey
rough.
Cantillo on there at all?
Yeah, he's number five on the
Okay,
depth chart there for the
that's right.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
But
he's going to be a starter, even though on here he's shown as a relief pitcher.
yeah, he'll eventually qualify. But yeah, Joey Cantillo can rack up the strikeouts, but he'll run into some command issues every once in a while, where guys just kind of figure him out, kind of like the Kerry Wood thing that we were talking about the other day. Robert, give me anyone, any opinion on the 23rd round?
The 23rd round.
So close to the end, so close.
uh,
We're never going
uh,
home.
Brandon Marsh went, and yeah, he's good with whatever in the 23rd round. Not a bad pick, but I saw we talked about him either Holga Benito. Uh, he's really heavy on outfielders at this point, so I'm not sure what he was trying to do there.
Maybe just get best player available. But yeah, I see what you're
I,
saying.
I don't
Let's
know.
take a look. Let's take a look. So we talked about his catching situation before. So he's set at catcher, especially when once Kyle Teal returns. So he has Jonathan Aranda, Alec Burleson, Nolan Chenuel at first base. So he has three first basemen. Ozzy Albies at second base, along with Jose Caballero at second base. And that's it. At third base, Carlos Correa, who also qualifies at shortstop. Jose Caballero, who also qualifies at third base.
You can't start Jose Caballero.
Nolan Ronaldo, who also qualifies at third base. So, okay, he's doing a good job of creating depth around his infield. Geraldo Perdomo at shortstop. Jose Caballero at shortstop. And that's it. And then how many outfielders left? Yeah, Cody Bellinger, who qualifies to left, and so does Brandon Marsh. So maybe that's what he was doing at this point. He was just looking for backups to the
Sure.
three outfield slots plus the extra outfielder as well. Jackson
Whose team is
Merrill.
this?
This is Matthew Nyland's team, the Twins fan,
Oh,
Joga Bonito. Jackson Merrill is the center fielder, but so is Cody Bellinger and Brandon Marsh and Mickey Moniak. So he has four center fielders. Sal Frelick is a right fielder, along with Dylan Cruz and Mickey Moniak and Jose Caballero and Alec Burleson. So yeah, he is gonna have some fun moving these pieces around this out, and then Shohei Ohtani in the util slot. It looks crazy, but I guess there's a method to the madness, and then Giancarlo Stanton qualifies at outfield. So my concern is that he only has one shortstop. Well, Caballero. But if you move Caballero to short when Geraldo Perdomo gets hurt, then who's going to play middle infield? I guess it's going to be. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, Carlos Correa qualifies as shortstop, so never mind. So yeah, he uh he wanted to get all the multiple eligibility guys is what it looks like.
That's playing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty clever actually. I got to commend him for that. Let's talk about a team that we haven't talked about. Who got Chase Roth? Oh, Bob. No, we talked about Bob plenty, man. But Bob's gonna win again this year. You'll see.
Hey, if he's going to get lucky again this year.
Derek going with Joe Musgrove. Was it Joe Musgrove missed last season because of Tommy John surgery? Correct? Is that what happened? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
some
Musgrove, I
kind
don't
of
know.
injury.
I don't know.
Probably either probably shoulder. I feel
It's
like he's a shoulder guy.
He's no, he's working. I'm looking at it. He's working his way back from Tommy John surgery. He's expected to maybe come back by April 10th, uh, and he's expected to open the season in the 15-day IL, per the manager, Craig
He's been
Stammen.
on the edge of being a breakout pitcher for 3 seasons.
Who, Joe Musgrove?
Yeah.
Oh, he broke out. Did he get
Well,
a no hitter?
he broke out and broke, and he broke.
Broke his ligaments. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, he's been struggling to stay healthy the last couple of seasons. So it finally gave way. But I mean, 101 strikeouts and 99 innings pitch in 2024 with a minuscule whip. Same thing in 2023 with a 97 strikeout and a 97 innings pitch with a very minuscule whip. And then when he did pitch a full season, 184 strikeouts and 181 innings pitch with a very tiny minuscule whip. So Musgrove was pretty damn good when he was healthy, but then
It's
his
the innings
ligaments.
pitch that bothers me.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a slow a slow return for him,
Yeah.
as it's usually the case for Tommy John surgery recipients. Um, but let's look at Derek, who's kind of like in. This is the first year that he's participating in this league. He's replacing, I forgot which team, but he's replacing somebody, and
Maybe
he's
Melvin.
maybe Melvin, yeah, and he's also I from what I understand, fantasy baseball is not his strong suit, but him and his son are gonna bond over it. So let's look at his rotation because we look at all
Yeah. Now
his.
now you're going to make me feel bad because
You should feel bad. You should feel really bad.
Oh,
during the draft in the later rounds, he asked in the messenger chat, "Hey, what's some good strategies for later round picks?"
And I just kept my mouth shut, like, nah, bro,
And I
nah.
said, "I will tell you on Monday."
I like your response.
That's
We
the
all
only
spent $50 to be here. I think that was a good response.
baptism by fire. Yes, sir. I love it.
If this was a free league, I would maybe have given him some pointers, but
Yeah.
Experience best teacher.
But
yep.
with all that being said, I mean, he has a pretty damn good pitching staff with Cole Reagans, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and maybe Spencer Strider can
Mine could
pitch
be
like he
good.
used to, but I don't think he will. Then you got Tatsuya Amai, Joe Musgrove on the comeback, Grayson Rodriguez, who still has some upside into his name. And if not Rodriguez, then his Angels teammate Jose Soriano, who I almost drafted late in this draft until I
Okay.
did not. And Braxton Ashcraft is a guy I actually like for the Pirates. So not too shabby, not too shabby. But
Oh
yeah.
my God. I
That
wouldn't
pitching
want
could be
any of
kind
his
of rough.
pitchers.
No, you're saying something over there. You keep getting drowned out there. Go ahead, tell me what you said.
His pitching bench is looking a little rough. I think he would probably be looking at the waiver wire for a while of the season for once he figures out how the starting pitcher works in this 2 period league. I think he'll be looking at the waiver wire.
I think that's something that someone said to him as well, that hey, a lot of these guys late in the draft are gonna get dropped anyway. So
Yeah.
he just got a bunch of guys.
Has
I
he
mean,
has he participated in the categories league before?
I'm not sure. I don't even
I don't
know.
think he's ever done fantasy baseball.
Yeah, but he did show interest, so that's why I invited him.
Now I feel
Um,
double bad.
you should feel bad. I mean, you're talking about a guy who has 50 years experience versus a guy who maybe has 5 months experience at most. We'll see.
50
Uh,
He's only done
years
football.
experience. Huh.
but no, um, but Jose Soriano has been in spring training and he's reportedly throwing 97 miles an hour. Grayson Rodriguez had a decent start last time, although he did give up 4 earned runs, so maybe not so decent. But there's upside there. Joe Musgrove will at least he'll be going in his IL slot anyway, so it doesn't matter. And Braxton Ashcraft, he was he's loved by the Pirates organization. So there's that. I do like the Adrian Morejon selection by Alex, Phil Maton to Noah. We talked about that on Aaron's team. Jason Adam going to Robert's team. So yeah, there's always a lot of good relief pitchers late, super late in these drafts. Um, and then Willie Castro, I think we all commended Tyler as he picked Willie Castro, what, a day or so after Willie Castro hit a home run in the World Baseball Classic, I believe.
I know we talked about Willie Castro a little bit when we got to him in the baseball
Yeah,
life
well,
draft.
he qualifies everywhere, is what we found out.
Yep.
Riley O'Brien, we talked about him. He's going to the Cardinals fan in this league. Carter Jensen, we talked about him in the other show. Let's go with Robert. Robert, anybody you want to bring up in this round 24?
Round 24. The first pick, Brandon Little.
Yeah, what about him?
That was a great pick.
Okay. Yeah.
Me, my modus operandi, he's got a lot of holds,
Yeah.
great strikeouts, batting average against. Uh, I would have got him if he was available at my spot. And
I
then Chad Patrick as well.
Yeah, that's is that Noah's pick? Oh, so you got him in this league too,
Yeah.
Noah?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
What do you like about Chad Patrick? I'm just curious to hear someone else's thoughts.
His mustache. No, I'm joking. I don't think his mustache.
uh, um, I see potential,
Okay.
and the way I run my teams, I also have McGill and I also have Uribe, and so I see Chad Patrick coming in, and he's getting wins because Uribe and McGill has made it easy for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like his strikeout stuff too. That's kind of why I went with him.
I think he's gonna be what the next couple seasons are gonna really be great.
The thing I don't like about Brendan Little, he had a 5.93 walk per 9 innings last season, and I know that it's coupled with a 12.0 strikeout per nine, but 5.9 is pretty damn high in my book. I just feel like there's a lot of relief pitchers who don't give up as many walks and still are able to produce the way I want them to produce. Andrew Vaughn, So we're gonna find out, Robert, if last year was real or not for Andrew Vaughn. Uh, the, what do you think about Andrew Vaughn with the Brewers? Do you think what we saw with him last season is a real deal, or was that more fluke than
I
reality?
mean, that's the toss of the dice. Um, it could go either way. I'm not a big Andrew Vaughn fan.
Neither am I. I mean, I saw enough of him with the White Sox, and change of scenery accounts for accounts for something, and he clearly benefited from it, just getting away from and that's what I'm hoping out of Luis Robert for him to become the next Andrew Vaughn with stolen base potential. So that's what happens when you leave the White Sox. But hey, when they left, the White Sox did a lot better too. So whatever. Well, no,
Well, I agree.
Luis
Milwaukee's
Robert's.
probably a much better environment.
Noah, anybody you want to talk about besides Chad Patrick here?
Let's see. I kind of like Otto Lopez.
Yeah, I was looking at him too. Alex's
Him
team.
and Edwards are a good duo there in the middle infield for Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks promising, but it's still the Marlins. 25th round. God, are we gonna end anytime soon? I don't think so. But there's Jose Soriano. We did talk about him. There's my guy, Ivan Herrera. I think he's the steal of the draft. I feel free to give me my kudos later on. Luis
Hmm.
Heel, Brooks Lee. Maybe this is the year that he finally lives up to those lofty expectations he had a couple years ago. Noah, besides those guys, anybody else that's worth mentioning here?
Let's see. Or I know we're still waiting on the arrival of Jordan Lawler. They've been kind of weird playing with him. I don't know if he's gonna finally get everyday playing time. I think he got some last year. I just don't
Yeah,
think we've seen too much from him yet.
it's pretty funny because Robert and I were talking about Jordan Lawler because of the Mardi
Yeah.
Gras Madness League that we both run over there,
Mm.
and we have the same sentiments almost about Jordan Lawler that you just shared right now. So that's pretty funny. That goes to Bob's team. So yeah, but even Bob can't be perfect all the time. It's not that Jordan Lawler's a bad player. It's just that we've just been waiting and waiting and waiting. Who's
Yeah.
talking? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. Robert, who do you want to talk about?
Say again.
Who do you want to talk about?
Well, where we are in 25.
Yep.
Um, damn, that Jason Dominguez, what a great pick that was. Um,
Not as good as the Luis Gill one. I'm shocked that Luis Gill was still available this late. What's going on here? Lots of really good starting pitchers available late in the draft.
I like Zach McKinstry.
Okay.
It seems like every year I end up picking up just because he's available at so many positions.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. I was actually pretty high on Zach McKinstry. I just didn't see the need for me to pull the trigger, but of course Noah gets him. I like. I just want to point out that you see that Angel is such a Rays fan that he's not gonna give up on Josh Lowe. But then again, deep down inside, neither will I. So if Angel drops him, then I'm keeping an eye on him. We talked about Grant Taylor. We don't know what to make of him, but he's seems like everybody thinks he's gonna bust out to a very successful season this year with the White Sox. So we shall see. Let's yeah, and I agree that Jason Dominguez is pretty sneaky because if the Yankees struggle or whatever and they decide that they want to get rid of like Trent Grisham or shoot, I forgot who the other outfielder was. They're not going to get rid of Aaron Judge, or maybe they will. Maybe
Well,
they will,
the
but
hype on Dominguez couldn't have been so wrong all these years. At
yeah,
some point, he's either going to bust out or not. So I'm
yeah.
giving him another chance.
Yeah, and I forgot Cody Bellinger is also there. So the problem is that there's just so many. But Giancarlo Stanton's going to get hurt as always. So maybe Dominguez can play DH, or maybe Bellinger can play DH, or Aaron Judge can play DH. But then that should, if Stanton goes down, then I can definitely see Jason Dominguez start getting more playing time. So yeah. Let's move on to the 26th round. Almost there, almost there. I know I've been saying that. Carlos Rodon pick, if he's actually healthy and the elbow and whatever other issues he had is not that big of, of an issue, then I think Jake just stole this from everybody, stole the draft from everybody. If Carlos Rodon is a thing this year, I can't believe Bob didn't pick Carlos Rodon. That he went with Mitch Keller. I think I'm on Bob. That's who I'm getting instead of Mitch Keller or Jordan Lawler. But whatever.
Yeah, I
Justin,
like Rodon this late.
yeah, if he's healthy, Justin Crawford is highly touted prospect with the Phillies. So of course he goes to the Phillies fan. Might as well call all the homer picks here. Any other homer picks here? No, okay, okay. You guys survived my wrath. Robert is. I mean, I know this is late in the draft. Every pick seems to be a good pick, but is there any picks besides Mitch Keller that you did not like in this round? Go ahead.
That I did not like. No, I did not like Mitch Keller. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. Bailey Ober, his ERA seems to have blowed up over the last year.
yeah. And
I
then we
feel the
t
same.
and then we did notice that he's struggling to get over 90 miles an hour on his fastball. So that's gonna be a no for me. I can't do that anymore. I do love it, Bailey Ober, or the idea of what he can become, but if he's not even if he's not even getting the correct velocity on his fastball in spring training and season starts in about 5 days or so, 6 days or so, then yeah, it's gonna be a no for me on Bailey Over. Noah, I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about here. I mean, is there any player you just want to mention that you want to highlight in this round, in 26th round?
Yeah. I have a question for Robert about Hunter Gaddis. Are you not too concerned about his injuries, or maybe you think you might end up dropping him later on?
Well, yeah, and last year he had a couple of injuries too. He was
Yeah.
briefly in and out, but from what I was seeing, it's not going to be that big a deal. And
Okay.
you know, I'm looking forward to maybe the first few weeks he's out, but his holds are going to be great. And his again in the category league, his holds, his ERA, his WHIP, his batting
Indeed.
average against, they're right up there. So it's just good numbers.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at him throughout the drafts, and I just wasn't sure on the injury.
Yeah, same, same. I wasn't sure
But
either.
yeah, I can see why you would pick him up this late.
Well, 20 round 26 is starting to time taking chances.
To the
Yep.
20 to the 27th round we go here. Let's see. Noah, any player that kind of gets you excited. Well, that's a terrible way to frame it, but I think you know what I'm trying to get at here. Anybody that you're excited for to see this upcoming season? Go ahead.
I think one guy. I think Alex Vesia could be a valuable reliever. I think he'll probably share holds with maybe Tanner Scott or someone. I feel like he very could be very valuable.
Alex
I think
Vesia,
he'd be great on another team.
For sure.
the Astros maybe. Alex Vesia going to Tyler's team over there in Philly or in
Sure.
like, sorry, Richmond. I know I kind of slept on Connolly early, but I'm actually excited to see if he can get that rotation spot. I think last time we checked, he was competing for it, right, Noah?
Yeah, I believe so.
But I think I saw his Fangraphs page, and it's a lot of things to be impressed by this Connolly early fellow. I don't know how I missed out on him though, so shame on me for missing out. Robert, who's the just to be a little bit different here, who's the most boring pick in the 27th round?
The most boring pick?
Yeah, something different. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
It's Nolan Arenado, by the way, but no, you
Mark
might.
Vientos.
Ooh, I was not expecting that. Okay. What? So what's so boring about Mark Vientos? I mean, young
I
guy
I
with power potential. What's wrong with that?
I think he's barely above mid.
Oh snap!
That's why he's in the 27th round.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't. How much playing time do we think he's actually going to get with all the new infielders the Mets have acquired? I don't know how much. I know they have a DH spot too. I just don't know how much playing time he's going to see, especially with his struggles.
Yeah, Alex should know better. I'm kind of shocked that Alex made that pick, but yeah, you got Bo Bichette at third base, Marcus Semien at second, Jorge Polanco at first base. So a lot of veterans. Obviously, Lindor's at shortstop. DH, they are going with Brett Beatty. Oh, but look, I see. Oh my God, I thought I was sharing. Hold on a minute. But as you guys can see, Brett Beatty should be getting more playing time over Mark Vientos as he has a strong side of the platoon there. But Vientos, I mean, there's a lot of holes in his game. He strikes out. He strikes out too much. Does not recognize the strike zone very well. It's just it's a disaster area. But obviously the allure is that he just has this immense power, but he really does lack
Sometimes
contact rates. Yeah, because he lacks contact. Yeah, he doesn't make a lot of contact to make those batted balls make a thing happen there. So yeah, so no, this is a very uninspired selection by Alex, which is really surprising. I did say Nolan Arenado because I think we might have seen the best of him, and you know, we might have seen the best of him, and it's just gonna just precipitously drop moving forward.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Let's move. And then Cedric Mullins is still a thing. Who do you go with? Oh, Bob. Of course, Bob gets Cedric Mullins. Is he actually starting? Because we saw the Rays. They have a lot of outfielders. So that's kind of a tough sell for me on Cedric Mullins this year. Maybe if he was on another team that's not the Rays, maybe I'd be more optimistic. But even then, I mean, Mullins is already what? Oh, I don't know. For some reason, I thought he was like older than 31 and a half years old. But yeah,
feel
680
like his
ops. Go ahead.
feel like he's a long way from that one good year he had.
Yeah, yeah, he needs to go switch to Hanuk or something.
Yeah,
Or maybe Pirelli tires. But enough about tire talk because I'm tired here. Yeah, he is penciled in as a center fielder, but I feel like the Rays always have options. I mean, what's stopping Chandler Simpson from becoming the center fielder for that team is what I
Defense.
wonder, right?
He's poorly rated defensively in center field, from what I
Yeah.
remember hearing from Angel.
And then you got Johnny DeLuca, who can also play some outfield, Ryan Valade. And then it's the Rays, so you have to assume there's a lot of good outfielders on his team at AAA, like Jacob Melton, who was actually kept. Uh, was it you, Robert, who has Jacob Melton on their team? Who
that
has
would be
Jacob?
me.
Yeah, Richie Palacios, who has proven that he can play a little bit in the majors. And wait, didn't we talk about this team? There, Noah, Justin Henry Malloy, or did I dream that?
I
Anyway,
remember talking about Malloy, but we talked about the Rays for baseball life because I think we talked about Chandler Simpson there too.
yeah, okay, that makes sense. And we got Victor Mesa Jr., who might be a thing. Edward Olivares, who, as mentioned, I did mention before that Sean and I used to fawn over him when he was with the Royals. So, who's to say that with this team he doesn't flourish a little bit? Homer Bush Jr. They got options, is what I'm trying to say. So
Doesn't
it just seems like Cedric Mullins is a placeholder. Go ahead, Noah.
Out of all these guys I've heard of, it doesn't seem like they have a real center fielder besides Mullins or potentially Simpson, even though he's poorly rated there.
Yeah,
But
but
maybe Mullins will play, or maybe he'll just be a defensive replacement. I don't know.
yeah, it just seems like he's just a placeholder for some of these other guys, to be honest. And maybe
'Cause I think Palacios is a corner guy.
okay. Well, outfield in general is what I was trying to get at because, like you said, maybe
Right.
Simpson goes to
Yeah.
center field. But yeah, just maybe either Mullins becomes trade fodder. Maybe he'll get traded to the Yankees when Trent Grisham goes down, or I don't know. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen for me. All right, that's the 27th round. I don't think we have anybody else to talk about. 28th round. I don't know. Who picked Logan Henderson? That's the best pick by me. That's the best pick of this round, the 28th round, Logan Henderson.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, you have no choice.
Yeah, I think so.
But other than that, a lot of these players don't.
Young, Josh Young maybe could, if he
Maybe,
can fully recover from that injury he had, maybe he can, and stay healthy, maybe he can have some
yeah.
value there.
Health has been a major issue for this kid, and yeah, because he came with a lot of hype with the Rangers, and it just hasn't
Yeah.
materialized. Um, so yeah, I think what happened here is this guy's just wanting to finish up this draft because it's the 28th round, and 'cause these are some
Yeah.
very uninspiring picks. I mean, Robert, do you see it differently, or maybe there's somebody that
No, I mean, come on, it's the 28th round. I'm taking Javier Baez, man.
get the
Position versatility for him.
Well, I'm taking him just because of the multi-position
Yeah.
availability. Yeah.
I had him last year for a little bit. I kept trying to get Alex to trade for him.
yeah.
More of a joking way, but
Yeah, sure. Uh, I don't know. Is there anybody Noah besides? I mean, who'd you end up getting? You end up getting Nick Castellanos. Jeez, man, really, Nick Castellanos?
maybe there's some upside. Some maybe he can find us some kind of spark on a new team. Maybe I'll
And,
drop him later.
and
I
there's
don't
a
know.
fly ball to left field, deep into the stands.
He's not that bad. Really, he's
Might be a
not.
backup first baseman eventually when he gets that eligibility because I think they've been working him out at first base.
Maybe Jake Cronenworth might be someone I would get excited for, but not really. I'm not feeling him this year.
How about
Uh,
Quinn Priester?
he's hurt.
Is he?
Unfortunately, he's
There is
hurt.
potential, but he is hurt.
Yeah.
Is he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's been hurt all spring training, it seems like. Let me double check.
That's why I avoided him.
That's why I avoided him too. Otherwise, I would be all over it. So
Yeah.
I've been liking Quinn Priester ever since he was with the Pirates, a farmman. Expected to return on Tuesday, April 28th, but he is out indefinitely with a wrist injury.
No, that's not good.
Wrist isn't
He
too concerning, though. I'd be more concerned with elbow or
Uh,
forearm.
yeah, but the fact that he's going to be out for about a month, I mean, that should be concerning enough. Plus,
Yeah.
when he does mess up his elbow, where's he going to get that ligament from if his wrist is hurting?
Yeah.
I mean, these are things to talk about. The right-hander has been diagnosed with a nerve issue related to thoracic outlet syndrome that has led to pain in his wrist.
I've been hearing so much about this thoracic outlay syndrome
Th
in the last
thoracic
couple of years.
Thoracic Park is coming to a theater near you, by the way.
Isn't that kind of a killer
I think
for
I have it, dude. I
careers?
think I have it.
A killer for who? Noah?
For pitchers? Isn't that issue kind of a killer for pitchers' careers?
I I don't
I
know
think that's
anymore.
what Zach Wheeler had, isn't it?
I
Maybe
think
that
so.
I do remember a very good pitcher having it, and I think he came back. Let me double check.
Wait, but
Uh,
isn't this also what Wimby had, and now he's god of all the NBA?
oh, really?
I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, Zach Wheeler. So well, yeah, recently Zach Wheeler has had it. Chris Archer had it in 2020, which basically ended his career, and most infamously in 2021, Steven Strasburg.
Oh wow, yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
that's who I was thinking of. Strasburg. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of for
Yeah,
sure.
and then once Strasburg had it, that was pretty much it for his career.
Yeah.
Uh, although although Merrill Kelly, according to the New York Times, successfully returned to elite performance after his thoracic syndrome surgery.
Okay, so maybe there is some hope still.
So, but yeah, it's not looking too good just by the names like Chris Archer, and they also mentioned Phil Hughes.
Priester, he's a late bloomer type of guy, right?
I would say so because how old is he now?
27, 28 years old, I
Oh,
would guess.
no, 25. So, I mean, I
Oh,
guess he
okay.
was drafted young. I just remember that he
He's
was
got time.
always a highly touted prospect with the Pittsburgh, I almost call them the Steelers. No, the Pittsburgh Pirates. But we
Yeah.
just been waiting. And I mentioned him in a prospect show on this podcast, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and he was still in the darn minor leagues. So that's a good question, by the way, because yeah, he goes to the Brewers, and again, don't doubt the Brewers. They know how to develop pitching out of necessity, really. So there he is,
I think they
Quinn
got him
Priester.
from Boston.
I'm sorry, what?
I think they got him from Boston because I think Boston picked him up. I think Pirates got dropped him or something.
But this, well, really quick,
Yeah.
curveball was the big pitch, and yeah, this was at 50 at one point. I remember correctly. Slider it was improving. Command was there. Scouts like Priester. Pitch data does not. Okay, so the eye test likes him, but the analytics don't. He's added a hard slider cutter to his amazing looking curveball. So it's the amazing looking curveball. That's why it's a 70 grade. But his fastball still doesn't miss bats. That's right. Okay, now I remember now. That was his MO, was that his fastball was not that good, even though he was, the third best prospect in the Pirates at one point, and he was definitely, I think he was ranked higher than 72 at one point in the Fangraphs 100. But his fastball does not miss bats, and his report reads like Aaron Sanchez's did. And you guys remember Aaron Sanchez? He was a pitch to contact young
Yep.
pitcher with a lot of blister problems. Yes.
A lot of blister problems.
Yeah,
That doesn't sound good.
you don't remember? You don't remember? Yeah, he always had blister problems when he
Yeah.
was at the Blue Jays. He got off to a really good start in his career, and then he just started running into blister problems. If I remember correctly, that was his big issue. Yeah. So 2019. So when it should show up here. Uh, yeah, Cary Grove. Is he from Illinois? Cary Grove High School? Is that the same
Apparently.
Cary Grove from Illinois? Maybe. But yeah, he was drafted out of high school. That's why it seems like he's been former first round pick, by the way. It seems like he's been there forever and a day now. $3.4 million. Noah, do me a favor. Go look up his baseball reference and let me know if this is Cary Grove High School here in Illinois. Because now
I
I'm
feel like
curious.
he's pitched against the Cubs a few times. I'm looking it up now, but he's pitched against the Cubs a few times. I don't I feel like I'd remember the broadcast constantly bringing it up. Like, oh yeah, he was born in Glendale Heights.
Glendale Heights up down there in DuPage County. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Cary Groves, Illinois.
All right. You're right. Boston. Yeah, he did.
Maybe they have brought it up before. It is
Okay.
from here.
Yeah. And that was always his thing was that, I mean, his control looked pretty damn good, but I don't know what else could have been lacking, but as you can see, he several stints at AAA with multiple teams. So the Pirates
Well, what
eventually
did he
gave
do
up on
last
him.
year, though?
Last year with the Brewers, he kind of a breakout year. 7.5 strikeouts isn't gonna impress anybody, but the 2.86 shows that he still shows that control that he displayed at certain stops in the minor leagues. Did not give up a lot of home runs per 9 innings. Some of this stuff is kind of fluky, like the BABIP and the left on base percentage, which is looks like it's pretty high, which also accounts for some flukiness to that game. But 3.32 ERA. He went 13-3 like a football team, like an NFL team, 13-3. Expected ERA likes him, but not the failed independent pitching. But XFIP does like him as well. So most of the peripheral ERA peripherals do like him, and most of these peripherals have to do with strikeouts and walks. So I think the reason FIP doesn't like him is because lack of strikeouts right here. And maybe the fact that maybe this is a fluky number as well, the home run per 9 inning of 1.03. I think that's what the FIP is getting at. Like, yeah, it's a lot of flukiness to his game, not the real deal. But you cannot argue the results. I mean, he was a very integral part of that Brewers rotation last season. I'm just looking to see what else is there to see that's worth noting. I guess might as well look at this pitch values. Cutter, 20.4%. Sinker, that's his bread and butter. It looks like that's the one he uses a lot, and that's the one that he does just use the crap out of this one. Probably a Brewers thing. Like, yeah, dude, just use your sinker all the time. Forget the fastball. Just put some sink into that sucker. Slider as well. So sinker slider. And then you got to remember the cutter as well, which that was part of a scouting report. If you remember that he does have a slider slash cutter. And remember that curveball that was quote unquote amazing? I guess not. Not amazing enough. He's decreased it. and forget the changeup. There's no changeup. So again, sinker, cutter, slider type of guy, and the occasional curveball. Anyway, hell of a pitch mix there. What were we? 28th round.
Good pick in the 28th round.
Who picked them? Alex. Alex did. It doesn't matter. The best Brewers pitcher that was had here was Logan Henderson. It doesn't matter. 29th round. Oh, two more rounds to go. Joey Ortiz. I just want to point out Team Mexico all the way. I still believe in Joey Ortiz. Still believe in him. Going to Derek's team. Why? Because Joey Ortiz used to play for the Baltimore Orioles at one point. Oh,
Yep.
look at you, Robert, getting Lennon Sosa. Okay. You know that's not Sammy Sosa, right?
That's it. That's his second cousin.
Yeah, third remove, I guess. But let's face it, the best pick in this round, Ryan Weathers going to Felipe's team.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Hunter Green.
I don't know. Maybe this might. I know I said that about Carlos Rodon, but if it turns out that Hunter Green is good to go, this is like Grand Theft Auto right here by Alex pulling
Alex,
out
Alex pissed me off here. I was
you.
gonna grab Green.
But yeah, but then
I
you end
didn't
up
want to
get.
take a chance on him.
I don't blame
What?
you. All right. Expected to return Wednesday, July 1st, but he is out indefinitely. So July 1st is just the earliest that they think he can come back. But who's to say he doesn't come back and he still needs to do all this rehabbing and all this, workout and practicing. Green is scheduled to have bone chips removed from his right elbow Wednesday. Remember, this guy already had Tommy John surgery and is expected to be out until July. Oh, Gordon Wittenmeyer is now with the Cincinnati Enquirer. I didn't notice that. I think he was with the Chicago Sun-Times at one point, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so. He sounds like I think he was the Chicago guy at some point.
That the dork with the glasses who just
I think
makes.
he did have glasses.
I think that's the guy who makes a mountain out of ant hills. Yeah. Oh my God, this guy sucks. I can't believe someone hired him to be a beat writer because he was at one point like a columnist, I think. Anyway, oh my God, this is so funny. He's described as on Twitter. He's described as a Reds beat writer for the Cincinnati Enquirer, but he's also the co-host of Cubs Recap. I'm sure that Kaplan guy has something to do with it. What the hell's his name? Is it Dave Kaplan there? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really like Gordon Whitmire. This is the guy who made a big stink about Theo Epstein and the Cubs and not knowing what they're doing and blah blah blah. Because he needs to sell newspapers. Anyway, I'm getting off my soapbox now. So yeah, bone chips.
Sounds
Bone,
pleasant.
I think
yeah.
I think Ursag is a good pick in this round.
Oh, Lucas Ursek, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
think we talked about baseball life a little bit, how Estevez fastball isn't looking too great this spring.
Yeah,
Who knows
and
if he keeps the closer role for so long, if he struggles with that slower fastball.
I feel like we talked a lot about the Royals in this episode. Yeah. I don't know. Robert, what do you got for me? I'm kind of running on
Matt
fumes here.
Brash.
Oh yeah, I was mad. I was mad at Mike Harvey here. I was upset.
Looks like you could have had him, but you wanted Weathers
Oh
instead.
yeah, yeah, I definitely I took Weathers in the other draft as well. And honestly, I thought I could weather the storm in this one and get Matt Brash. Jacob Lopez. So nice little consolation prize there for you, Noah. So I think we talked about him in the other draft as well, about some of the ups and downs and
Yeah,
lack of.
because he was better at home than away, which was weird.
Yeah, he pitches better at home than than away, but probably because he's so comfortable just waking up and rolling out of bed and into the ballpark in Sacramento.
What is the deal with the Athletics? Are they in a different park this next year?
No, it's just still be in Sacramento in that minor league ballpark of theirs.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Robert, besides Lennon Sosa, anybody else you want to mention here? Because I know Ryan Weathers is the best draft pick, but maybe who's the second best draft pick besides
And he
Ryan
liked
Weathers?
Brash.
Oh, you think it's Matt Brash?
I think Rob brought up Brash.
Yeah,
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, because everybody else is just kind of meh. Well, Aiden Miller might be a thing, but he's gonna be a rookie this year. So I wouldn't be shocked if Raheel eventually drops him. Finally, the 30th round, and we can call it a night. I don't know, Robert, what do you got for me, man? Just say, spit it out. Oh, Mason Miller got drafted. Wow, this late in the 30th round. That's good for Raheel's team. Go ahead, Robert. Say something.
Shane Bieber.
Yeah, the pop singer, like from Canada. Man,
Almost.
you just can't go and highlight your own draft picks, man. You're not me. Only me can do that. No, but isn't Bieber hurt as well?
Yeah, yeah, he is. And I thought I don't want to pick him because I don't want to deal with the injuries at the beginning of the season. But I thought to myself, who the hell am I going to get in the 30th round? He can sit in the injured slot. And once the season starts, I can put him in injured and maybe pick up somebody else.
All right. Well, he has a forearm issue, so that'd
He
be a
had another,
shame.
he is another one of those people who had one of these forearm injuries that I've been reading about. And they're doing some weird type of surgery to it to attach I don't know, to attach ligaments. It sounds weird.
Yeah, Robert's like, I'm not a doctor, but
Yeah.
it doesn't sound too bad or it sounds too gross. Max Scherzer with the last pick of the draft. How the mighty have fallen here, going to Matthews' team up in Minnesota.
Why
Um,
not?
yeah, why not, right? It's the
Surprise
why.
me, Max.
It's the why not portion of this draft with when it comes to pitchers. You got Shane Bieber, Grayson Rodriguez, Max Scherzer, Mason Miller in the 30th round. What the
Look how many pitchers are here in the very end. Yeah.
yeah, including the relief pitchers. Um, and then we got a few catchers here where you got Patrick Bailey, Harry Ford, and Moises Ballesteros from the Cubs. Um, I think these two, Harry Ford and Moises Ballesteros, million times better than Patrick Bailey. I said what I said. I don't really like Patrick Bailey. And
I
then
think Ballesteros will get. I think he'll get catcher eligibility some point this season.
yeah, he should already have
He'll
it.
be
He
my
doesn't have
third
it.
catcher. He hasn't caught a single. He's only caught like one big league inning in his career so far.
Wait a minute. Did you just say you have three catchers?
I think he would end up being my third catcher once he gets
Uh,
eligibility.
okay, because I have four if Ivan Herrera gets eligibility.
You have five, don't you?
Well, if Wilson Contreras gets eligibility.
I
So
don't.
Moises, yeah, so Moises Ballesteros. Listen, I did the same thing. I told you I did the same thing last year, but instead of like veteran active Major League Baseball players, it was just the freaking minor league players that I was utilizing in those minor league slots as my
I strongly support
catchers.
your strategy to have nine catchers with multiple position eligibility. Go
Yeah,
for
see,
it.
yeah, I'm telling you, it worked last year.
Did it?
Yeah, I stand corrected. Ballesteros only qualifies at utils this year. So that means and I still believe in Harry Ford. I'm not gonna give up on Harry Ford. I'm surprised Alex didn't. I think Alex had him last year, and he did not keep him. So he goes to Mike Harvey's team because of course he does because Mike Harvey's a Mariners fan as well because he's up in
Yep.
Washington. So that makes sense. Harry Ford.
Your
Every
grandpa
time,
invented the car.
and he plays for Great Britain. And I saw him personally at the 2023 World Baseball Classic when he was 20 years old, and I came away impressed watching him do his best to lead that British team with the ugly uniforms. So yeah, and yeah, so guy who hits well and can steal lots of bases. Now he's a Washington National. Dominic Canzone, wasn't he with the Team Italy this year too in the World Baseball Classic?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man.
I remember. I remember all the Cubs Mariners where the Cubs got trounced last year, and he randomly hit two home runs. Not much of a home run guy, but he decided to hit two in a game against us when we were there.
All right. Well, if you guys like football, this was a football sized podcast, 30 rounds and who knows how many hours. I don't remember these taking so long, but it is what it is. 30 rounds, trying to cover as many teams as possible, trying to cover as many angles as possible. But yeah, you're getting your money's worth here. This podcast is brought to you for free. Let's start with Noah. Any last words?
Just appreciate everyone that decides to check it out and has made it this far into the podcast here, and looking forward to the season. Also, I want to thank Robert for joining us as well and starting out with you since I couldn't be home right away.
Yeah. Hey, Felipe, did we invite Noah to be in Mardi Gras?
He didn't accept the invitation. Carlos did, and Angel did. So Noah was out of luck.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, maybe next time.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to go on CBS.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. No, I'm getting used to a whole bunch of different guys now in this categories league. I'm enjoying the hell out of the categories league. So
Yeah.
it seems like there's some people who really understand what it's about, and there's some who just want to be part of something, and that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Robert, was that your last words right there? Is that what that's how you're gonna end it?
I hope those weren't my last words.
Oh,
I'm
geez.
66, damn it.
Oh my God, that's cryptic. Well, Noah, I think he's barely old enough to drink.
I'm 24.
Oh, never mind.
Wow.
I think it was 20.
Well,
I
there
think it
you
was
go.
like I thought he was like the Jackson Churio of this podcast, but anyway. All right. Well, if that's the case, thank you guys for joining me and staying up late with me. And I'm gonna pay for this dearly tomorrow. I'll try to get this posted as soon as possible. But yeah, I'm not staying up all night waiting for this to upload properly and all that. So maybe Thursday night I'll post it when I get home from my bread job. But again, can't thank you guys enough for joining and breaking this draft as detailed as possible. Give the guys in the league something to look forward to and getting our thoughts on what they've done. I hope we were able to give equal time to everybody, but it's kind of hard when, the three of us are kind of talking about our own teams and we're marveling at each other's team or our own team, I should say. But yeah, that's my hope is that I hope that everybody, that we gave equal time to everybody as much as possible. But it's tough, man. It's really tough.
I
And
feel like we did all right with that.
we did as much as we can for sure. Yeah. We went through players that we like. We went through players that we did not like. We looked at certain rosters. We looked at certain teams, mostly the Royals, apparently. But anyway, I guess there's nothing else to
Our,
say. It's go
our
ahead.
RG Milliken is not winning this league again.
But
Bob, what's your name? Bob?
Bob,
What's the RG about?
Robert,
His name's Robert.
Is his name Robert? Damn it.
yeah, but he goes by Bob.
All right.
So,
Well, maybe one of the Bobs is going to win this league, but it ain't going to be him.
oh my God, we gotta get Raheel to do the Office Space thing with these guys. Bob and Bob.
Yeah.
That's
There you
that'd
go.
be that would be
The
fun. Yeah.
Bobs. The Bobs want to talk to you.
What exactly do you do here, Derek Mooney? Like, who's really doing your work? Are you outsourcing your work to your son? And he'll be like, I plead the fifth. I don't self-incriminate. I am from the DMV area, Washington, D.C. All right, that's enough out of me. For Robert and for Noah, I am Felipe. This was the Total Basis Podcast. Thank you for listening to this marathon of ours. And we will bid you a good night, a good day. We'll see you soon. Have a good one,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.